The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, he's a macho. Savage, you're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. Say it, the macho king.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the you Gandon Giants come out. And that's my story.
Using weird words to describe the Trash Talking Radio show from 7 to whenever we get done is like using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Momoa, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the world famous take in the Road Warriors. Listen to them. If you know what's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. And remember this. When the Vital Idol tells you, it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much.
It is Trash Talking Radio. It is Tuesday, and it is the best day of the week. Oh, now I got to get rid of my noise. All right, let's try this again. Okay, why is my noise making noise? All right, let's see here. Turn this down. Maybe that'll make a difference. No, that won't do it. Hold on. I got to figure this out. Wait, first I'll put our pictures on the screen so I can scare all the people away. All right, there we go. Okay, now let me turn this down. Okay, check. 1, 2. Hey, Doug, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay, Michael. How are you?
Great. It's Tuesday. It's the best night of the week. How
That's right.
could I be? I mean, I could be actually fantastic, which I am. I got to figure out what this noise
It's
is.
actually better than Friday nights, right?
Yeah, it is. Actually, for me, it's a lot less busy. Oh man, what a crazy week we've had, or I've had. So this past week, I was, let's see, how did it work? I was supposed to practice Thursday, but then one guy canceled, so I didn't get to practice Thursday. But I did have training Thursday. I had Friday show. Saturday I went to another show. I went to someone else's show, though. And Sunday I was supposed to practice, but they canceled on me, so that gave me a day off. I actually had a day off, which is unusual for me to have a day off, but I appreciated the day off. So, All right. What'd you do this weekend?
I did my normal thing. I preached. I prepared for preaching, and I watched some bad football. Packers and the Eagles lost. So to all you Eagle fans out there, you have my condolences because I'm crying in my soup too.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a sad world that we live in.
My son-in-law is a Packer fan, so I was rooting for the Packers too, and they got humiliated. So it was a bad football weekend.
I got.
But good preaching.
What was the topic this
weekend? I
weekend?
had fun doing that. The topic was Introduction to King David.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do a series on the issues that King David had as a parent and as a king and as a husband. He wasn't a premier human being. He had a lot of foibles, made a lot of mistakes, and yet God still called him a man after his own heart. So
wow,
we have to explore that because it's hard for people to accept.
Yeah.
That a man that would commit adultery and have the woman's husband killed could be a man after God's own heart.
Well, that would be a guy that definitely doesn't want any interference in his in his life. Oh man, I'm telling you, back then it was a rough. I wouldn't want to be alive back then. I mean, there's some things I found out today, and I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know before, and I regret asking the question. So we'll get to that later on. But wow, some of the stuff they did is brutal and just unbelievable. So you know, it's kind of weird to think about.
I'd much rather to be alive in this world today than back then.
Definitely. I like my electric cars.
Yes.
You didn't have electric.
I like my tech. I like my gadgets. So.
Yeah, you didn't have any cell phones, or didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have any cars. You didn't have to worry about that, and
you had to worry about horses and camels
and food.
Donkeys.
Food.
And food.
Yeah.
What are you gonna eat?
Yeah, it's really a. I mean, sometimes we just don't realize how good we got it, because when I think about, you know, I'm watching that Chosen, and when I think about some of the things they went through and realize I don't have to do that, you know, it makes me appreciate a lot, and don't have to worry about, you know, people coming over. Well, you don't have to worry about Romans coming and telling you can't do this and throwing you in jail and stuff like that. Yeah, crazy stuff. All right, well, let's get this show started.
I'm ready.
Hey, Ann's in the chat room, and so is, what's that say? Doug has an echo. Okay, got to figure out where your echo's coming from. Go ahead and, I'm going to turn something off and see if that makes, no, because I can't. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's why. Hold on. I know why Doug has an echo. Talk, Doug.
Check 1 2.
Yep, okay. I forgot about that. Now he shouldn't have an echo. We got rid of that. That should be gone now. I forgot that I mic'd you, and we're not using your sound coming in from the phone, or well, not, yeah, whatever. I got it. I'm glad she pointed that out. I wouldn't have even thought of that. For some reason I was... Yeah. So I can't separate it. Yeah, okay, it's better. Okay. All right. So, here we go. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Where do we...
First, I'm interested in how's your car.
Oh, I love that car. That car is so cool. It got a lot of workouts this weekend because we were driving all over the place. And tomorrow, when I got to go pick up a casket in Reading, so I'm going to be driving an hour and a half to get to Reading, picking up the casket.
What are you picking?
Huh?
What are you picking up?
A casket.
Is that for you personal or something?
No. People are dying to get in there because it's we have a casket match next week. So I thought I'd pick up the casket. Now, this casket has some history with me. Back when I first got into wrestling, I don't know, 3 years after I got into wrestling, we had a casket match, and I wasn't involved in the casket match, but I was there, and that was a cringe-worthy match. The two people that were in it beat the living daylights out of each other, and they threw the one guy on top of the casket, dented it really bad. They set the casket on fire while a guy was in the casket. I mean, there's a lot of history. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like today, because it's 20-some years later, and they still have... When I was looking for a casket, the only thing I could think of is, I knew that guy had a casket, but I don't know what he ever did with it. And the first call I made, I got it right the first time. So that was cool. And I said, do you know anybody that has a casket? He says, I do. I said, do you? He said, yeah. He said, oh, that's the one we did that match in. And I said, really? You've had that casket for 20-some years. So we're going to get it tomorrow, because I've been, I'm trying to form alliances with other promotions, and in wrestling, nobody does that. But I wanted to do that 20-some years ago, and nobody would do it. Now everybody's forming alliances with everybody, so it's a different world out there. Anyway, so tomorrow I'll be digging that casket out, and I'm also getting rid of my Jeep tomorrow, I think. There's a girl that wants a Jeep, and I told her it can't be, you can't inspect it because part of the frame's gone, but she wants it for off-roading. So I said, come get it. You can have it. I'm not charging her for it. She can do whatever she wants with it. I just want to get it out of my garage so that I can fix my garage up for the 2 Teslas instead of just one. So that's the other thing I'm working on right now, is getting that ready. And so, all right.
Are you going to have to install another battery pack?
No, I think I got a way to do it that I don't have to do that. I found an extension that will take mine the extra length that will get it to the second car, because we don't need them both charging at the same time. We only need because Christine doesn't want to keep it in the garage, so she just needs it for occasional charges. And I, on the other hand, don't want the elements to come after my car, so I'm keeping it, pristine. Well, as pristine as I can. So it'll work out good, though. And there's another. I have in my workshop, which is right next to my garage. I have another 220 line that I can actually run a possible. I'm going to investigate running a possible second line off of that. They won't be able to be running at the same time, but they can run, opposite times. Okay. So let's start with the birthdays, get them out of the way, because I know that's your favorite part of the show. I know you don't know some of these people, by the way. So I'm just making sure that I recognize that these people get recognized, or whatever I'm talking about. Wait a minute. Okay, I wondered why that. Okay, that's why. Okay, so some of these people you know, some of these people you don't know. So the ones that you don't know, you can guess if you want. I know you don't, or I think you don't know some of these. Although I thought I took him out. I don't think you know him. Patrick Dempsey. You might know him. You might not know him. He's in Grey's Anatomy.
I know Patrick Dempsey.
Okay.
I used to watch Grey's Anatomy with my family.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of those who had to watch. Mr. McDreamy.
I have no idea because I don't watch it.
That was his nickname.
I do want to watch it. That's one of those things I want to watch, but I'm 25 years behind, so I haven't started watching it yet.
I think he's about at least 62.
You're close. You're close enough that you get the point. That's he's 60. Okay, so this one I don't think you're going to know, but I'm going to check. Michael Pena. Now he was in a lot of stuff, but he's been around for a while.
No, I don't know.
Okay, he did the. Do you remember they put out a movie, Chips, based on the Chips TV show?
Yes, I remember.
He played Punch. I think he played Punch. Anyway, he's 50. Next guy you may not know is Liam Hemsworth. You do know Chris Hemsworth. I don't know if you know Liam. That's his brother.
No, I don't know.
Okay, he's 36. Let's see, who else don't you know? You probably don't know David. You might know him. This guy here, David Caruso was in everything. He was a real firefighter from New England who got jobs on the. He was on CSI, I think. He was on a bunch of different things, but you might know him, you might not.
No, I'm going to guess 48.
He is 70. Yeah, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about the points for that one because I figured you probably didn't know him. So, let's see. The rest of them, well. Okay, so you didn't know Liam. Okay, take that out and those three out. Now we should be. You might not know one or two more, but okay, let's find out if you do know. J.K. Simmons. He was in. He's been in a lot, but his thing that I know him from was an HBO show about a bunch of guys that had to go to jail and stuff. I can't remember. He was like a really evil guy, but he's been in a lot of things lately that was a lot more tame. He was known as being a bad MFer. I mean, he was really a bad guy.
I know him. I can't tell you where I know him from, but I recognize him, and I think he's 78.
You're really close. He's 71. I like him a lot. I mean, he's a good actor. Oliver Platt. Do you watch Chicago PD or Chicago Med?
No, I don't.
Oh, he's been in a lot of things too. He's plays a doctor in that.
What's a recent photo?
This one here. These two here would be recent.
69.
He is. Where is it? Where's his name? I lost it. There it is. He's 66, so you're in the ballpark, so you got it. All right, the rest of them you should know. No, I'm sorry, you probably don't know her either. She was in Walking Dead. She is in Walking Dead. Lauren Cohan. She is 44. Okay, the rest of them, now you'll know everybody else. Dave Matthews.
David. I'm going to guess he's probably 72.
He is 59. It feels like he's been around forever.
Feels like he's been around forever.
It really does, but he hasn't. Jeremy Renner.
Renner.
Yeah, he is Hawkeye on the Avengers. He's the mayor of something. I forget the name of the show. The mayor of whatever it is. Kingston. Yeah, I think that's Kingston. The one. Yeah. He's been in a lot of things, but he's not always had the lead on a lot of things. But his big thing is he's in Marvel, with Hawkeye.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm looking at all the pictures. I'm trying to guess. He's 59.
There you go, 55. Yeah, that's the point. All right, and then we got, you watch Seinfeld, so Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
66.
Close. That's about as close as you're going to get. She's 65. Trace Atkins, country singer.
No idea. Don't follow country, so
I don't either.
I'm going to say 62.
Good. He's 64. That's it. Yeah, that's a good shot. I didn't think you'd get that, especially since you didn't know who he was, so I wasn't sure that you would get that one. Then we got, I think we only have a couple more. Rob Zombie.
Don't know that name.
You don't know that name? Really?
No.
Oh, well, he does a lot of stuff you wouldn't do. You wouldn't listen to his music anyway. He's a really bizarre, heavy rock, fusion, kind of punkish. I don't know what you would call him. But I like a couple of his songs. He's not bad. He has a great stage show. He has these giant 10-foot creatures walking around the stage and stuff. He's like an updated Alice Cooper.
Okay.
But he's really good. I saw him in Hershey. He's 61. Okay, and I think we've got 2 more. We got this guy who I know you know who he is, Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas is, I would say, 74.
No, believe it or not, I couldn't believe this. I did not believe this when I saw it. He is 62.
62?
Yes, I wouldn't have guessed.
I thought he was around longer than that.
Yeah, well, he started when he was really, really, really young. Because his uncle is, his uncle is, no, that's not him. His uncle is, a big director. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he got into business really young. Okay, and lastly, a name that's come up in the news constantly the past couple of weeks. And I know you've probably don't remember his name, but you will remember it when I bring it up. This guy here, David Ellison. Do you know who he is?
No.
Do you remember the takeover of Netflix trying to take over...
Ellis.
Okay. Yeah, he's with Paramount. He's with not Paramount. Is it Paramount? Yeah, he's with Paramount.
Because he's trying to take over
Netflix. He's trying to take Netflix away from. He's trying to take Paramount from Netflix.
No.
Isn't that it? Yeah.
No, he's trying to take Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, that's right. I'm sorry.
He's trying to take Warner Brothers. Yeah, he's doing a hostile takeover.
Yeah, and we got news on that too, by the way.
Okay.
Because you think just when you think
he's 51.
Oh, my sister said Francis Ford Coppola is.
Francis Ford Coppola is Nicolas Cage's uncle.
Yes,
wow.
I couldn't remember that. I was having a hard time remembering that. So, all right. So we got it all. We pretty much got them all. Oh, did you say a date? Did you say an age for?
I said 51.
Hold on. I just deleted it. Hold on. I gotta back it up a little bit. He is. Where is he? Well, where is he at? Where'd he go? There it is. 43.
43.
I had no idea what age he was until I saw this. So. You don't have to feel too bad. You did pretty good. All right, next I want to talk about this. I want to talk about Castaway Critters. Castaway Critters is a place to buy a place where animals can go as a sanctuary where they can get away from abuse, and they are actually a privately owned humane society, basically. And I got a dog from them. Buddy was my dog that I bought from them, and they are awesome. The reason I'm bringing them up is they have a dog that they just recently got, this one here, and he was really abused, or she was really abused, and let me bring it up here. There's a video from today where she...
yeah, we can disconnect her and take her out.
Where's the sound? Okay. I don't know if you hear the sound or not, but she was left to die in an apartment or a house or something. She needed a lot of surgeries, $8,000 worth of surgeries. She was skin and bones. She still is skin and bones. And I really feel bad for this dog, and I would adopt this dog if they let me adopt it. But this dog is really...
Well, my God, is this where you live?
Really sad.
And this where you stay?
Anytime people abuse
Look
dogs.
what Mom has.
Anyway, they
Oh,
brought
my
her a
gosh.
rotisserie chicken from Giant.
What are you thinking about?
The dog looks
I would like to have
she just
some.
has been abused by...
Do you want?
I mean, left
Do you
to
want
die.
some? No skin,
she's-
okay? Honey, you look
They're
drunk.
trying to
What's
get
going
up,
on?
trying to catch
It's
the
hot,
people.
okay? Come on, blow it.
So anyway, the reason I'm bringing her up is that
Are you happy,
you can
girl?
donate
You
to
go
this
outside and go
dog's
potty?
fund
You want to go potty?
if you would do so to Castaway Critters. And
Yeah,
she,
dude,
like I
you're
said,
my
her
dog.
bill is like $8,000 worth of
Come on, get in with you.
surgeries and stuff.
Right.
And And I feel really bad for this dog. I mean, oh, here's the bill. It came out to, can't even see it. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Nope, it's not going to get bigger. Oh, geez, they're up to $10,000, $234. Anyway, if you're listening to this and you'd like to donate to Castaway Critters,
What's the dog's name?
it would be. I mean, I'm gonna donate money to her as soon as my check comes in. The dog is just beautiful and has been abused, so badly abused. And
Does the dog have a name?
Well, it does. It has two names right now because it has its old name and they're going to give it a new name. That bill is growing. It's sad to see that. It just keeps going. They have so much to do with her to get her back to being able to trust people and stuff. It's sad. When I got Buddy, it wasn't as bad as that. I mean, he didn't need any surgeries, but he didn't trust anybody. He didn't want to, did not want to be sociable with anybody. He used to come in. When he came into my house, he was in my living room and he wouldn't let me enter the room. And I said, "Okay, we got to have a talk. I saved you. You got to listen to me." And he actually listened to me then, and he was he was like the greatest dog ever because he just wanted to be loved, and that's all anybody wants, And it made me so angry that somebody would do this to a dog. I mean, that's just I can't understand that. I can't fathom that. And this dog is just they've raised $582 so far. There's a donate button here, and you can donate to them, and you can donate on Facebook. And I just am so angry that anybody would do this to someone. I just can't understand why somebody would do this. If you don't want to be a dog owner, that's okay. It's not for everybody. But don't abuse the dog. I mean, just do not, or any animal. Yesterday they brought her like eggs and all kinds of food. And there's after the surgery they had her in a cone.
Do you want a
cone
hot dog with some yogurt on it?
Natasha's one of the names.
Yes,
I can't
you
think what
do.
the other name is.
Yes,
So
happy
they
for
don't.
hot dogs.
They don't want her to remember that other name that she's going
That's
by.
good. Okay. So we got.
So it's just sad.
Hey,
But
Mommy,
anyway, they're
maybe
feeding
you
her,
want a
trying to get her
Maggie?
to eat.
Do you want
She
a
was
Maggie?
even drinking her own urine because she was left to die.
Oh, egg
and
with
she had
cheese.
no food or water. I mean, if you look at her, she's supposed to weigh like 90
No eggs
pounds.
with cheese.
She's like 50.
All right. How about some chicken?
What kind of dog is it?
I think we
It
could do
is.
some chicken.
What is it? It's
Think we could do a
looks
little
like
chicken?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a beautiful dog. It's just, I said I would love to have her. How would she be with other dogs?
What are
And
you
I said,
doing?
I was talking about.
I know
Buddy,
you
and
want the
said I
hot
missed
dog.
him.
Shit. Here.
I was watching this and I was
I
feeling
know.
sad.
We're
for
not
the
allowed to
dog,
take the
and,
cone off.
Like I treat my dogs pretty well, but
We like hot
I feel
dogs.
bad for her.
Yes, we do. Say hi.
She
Say I
would
just
love
went
to
for a potty
have a good
outside.
home.
Did you go
Good
outside for a
loving parents
potty?
And dogs like this are just out there. They're just abused. Like, oh, here we go. Natasha was what it says, but she has another name too. And I can't remember what the other name is. Golden and maybe Shepherd mix is what my sister said. So I really feel for that dog. I would love to take care of her. I would love her to be my dog. So they're having a bake sale January 31st at 11 a.m. I'm probably going to go to that. They're going to have a little sale for the dog, and yeah. I mean, look at that dog. That dog deserves a good look at the face. I mean, it went through a lot of stuff. They fed her chicken the other day, and I think it was yesterday. It was just, I love to see dogs eating and being normal, but, you know, this dog doesn't know what a normal life is. The dog has never had a normal life. So anyone that wants to help Natasha, there is a place you can donate. I think I'll leave that up. I was going to put up my band stuff, but you know what? I would love to see that dog get it. If you want to help, you can go to the Baked Good benefit next week if you're local to here. If you're not local, drive on over. You can. It's you know, it's a good place to help animals. I love these people. These people are winners. But how could you say no to that face? The dog is really special and would love to be loved. Stella, yeah, that's the old name. Yeah,
Stella.
Yeah. They said about.
Natasha's a much better name.
Well, they said they're thinking of double. They're taking both names and making Nutella. So, I don't know. I feel I would take the dog as Nutella. I think that would be funny. But the dog would never have to worry about anything ever again. You know, I would definitely and whoever gets her, I hope they all take care of her. So,
you know, castration without pain, without anesthesia, is the only answer to dog abusers.
Oh, I think I would think that if you did to the person what they did to the dog,
that would be fair.
All right. Now we'll go on to the next thing. How about a R.I.P.? Were you a big Grateful Dead fan?
I listened to him. I'm not a big fan, no.
I was never a Grateful
Dead. Or an acquired taste.
I was never a Grateful Dead fan, but I recognize how important they were.
Obituary.
So, let me know if you hear this or not when it plays. This is our tribute to the Grateful Dead. I didn't. It's on. Ready?
Bob Weir, October 16, 1947 to January 10, 2026. Rock icon, founding member of the Grateful Dead, songwriter, guitarist, and cultural beacon. Bob Weir, the beloved rhythm guitarist, vocalist, and co-founder of the legendary rock band The Grateful Dead, has died at the age of 78. He passed away on January 10, 2026, peacefully surrounded by loved ones after a courageous battle with cancer and complications from underlying lung issues. Weir's passing marks the end of an extraordinary musical journey that spanned over 6 decades and left an indelible imprint on American music and culture. A life in music, from teenager to counterculture icon. Born Robert Hall Weir in San Francisco and raised in Atherton, California, Bob picked up a guitar at age 13 and soon became inseparable from it. In 1965, at just 17 years old, he joined high school friend Jerry Garcia in forming a band originally called the Warlocks, which soon evolved into the Grateful Dead, a band that would come to define an era of rock, community, and creative freedom. Over the next 3 decades, the Grateful Dead became one of the most iconic and influential bands in rock history, known for their genre-blending fusion of blues, folk, jazz, country, and psychedelia, and for live performances that could stretch for hours, changing every night. Their devoted fan base, known as Deadheads, became a global phenomenon. Career highlights and achievements. Founding member of the Grateful Dead, Weir's rhythm guitar and unique vocals were central to the band's sound from its inception in the 1960s through its landmark 60-year legacy. Key songwriting and vocal contributions. Weir's co-wrote and sang on classics like Sugar Magnolia, Truckin', Playing in the Band, One More Saturday Night, Mexicali Blues, and Estimated Profit, staples of the Dead's concerts and recorded legacy. Versatile collaborations and bands. After Garcia's death in 1995, Weir carried the Dead spirit forward with groups such as Rat Dog, The Other Ones, Further, Bob Weir, and Wolf Bros, and most recently Dead & Company, with whom he celebrated the band's 60th anniversary in 2025. Awards and honors. The Grateful Dead earned a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and inspired countless artists, communities, and jam band movements worldwide. Social engagement. Beyond music, Weir served as a United Nations Development Program Goodwill Ambassador, co-founded the Further Foundation, and supported voter engagement through headcount, bridging music and social activism. Fun facts and personal legacy. Weir's guitar style was unconventional and deeply influential, blending rock, jazz, blues, and country in ways that made him one of rock's most distinctive rhythm players. His 1972 solo album Ace produced songs that became Grateful Dead concert staples like Cassidy and Black-Throated Wind. Weir was a mentor and collaborator to newer generations of musicians, including John Mayer, Trey Anastasio, Billy Strings, and others who cited his generosity and wisdom. His music wasn't just sound, it was a community language that connected people across decades, continents, and cultures. Family and personal life. Bob is survived by his wife Natasha Muenter, whom he married in 1999, and their two daughters, Shala Monet and Chloe Kailia, a respected music photographer who often documented his performances. His family's announcement on social media celebrated his life not just for the music, but for the warmth, exploration, and community he fostered, a legacy far greater than any single stage show. Tribute and legacy. Bob Weir's life was a long, strange trip that changed the sound of American music forever. From the earliest days of the Grateful Dead at the Avalon Ballroom, to final performances celebrating 6 decades of creativity, he lived with joy, curiosity, and an open heart. Though he has left this world, his music still pulses through speakers, campfires, concert halls, and the memories of millions of fans. In the words of his bandmates and collaborators, he'll meet you in the music.
There you go.
There you go. Great musician.
Yeah, no matter what you think of them, whether you loved them or hated them, you have to respect the man because, I mean, do you realize that band has been together like 60 years? Or 50 years, whatever it's been. That's unbelievable. And what a loyal following. I mean, you can't ever have a following any better than that. They traveled all over the country.
There's nothing bigger than Deadheads. You're right, they travel everywhere.
Yeah. So I wish I could have that kind of people that followed me. That'd be great. But, yeah, that whole band. And I thought once Jerry Garcia died, I thought that was it. I figured they were done. But they aren't. They're still out there. They're still making money and still doing all this kind of stuff. They'll probably live longer than all the members combined. So, well, like when our grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, they'll be out there still, making music. But, yeah, it's crazy. All right, next. Let's see, what else? Okay, let's get this down and get Natasha back up here. Because she's better to look at. There we are. There she is. Oop. There we go. So that's something else. All right. Where's the donate button at? There it is. Okay. No, that's not it. Where's it? Well, in any case, all right, let's see here. All right, where do we want to start on this? So we got rid of that. That's, oh, yeah, we didn't need that. I put a note on who Patrick Dempsey was because I didn't know who he was. Bob Weir's done. Okay, now, here we go. I'm not going to do that yet. Hold that. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's what. Okay. Oh, he had just beat cancer, by the way. That's sad that he beat cancer and then ended up dying anyway. I guess we all will die anyway. Okay, so Leo, the 14th, ends Jubilee. Did you hear about that?
No.
Ah, okay. All right, let me pop this article up here. There we go. All right. So it basically says here, Pope Leo the 14th formally closed the Vatican's 2025 Holy Year yesterday, which wasn't yesterday, but sealing the Holy Door of St. Peter's Basilica during the Epiphany Mass that capped the Jubilee, drawing more than 33 million pilgrims from 185 countries, led by Italy, the U.S., Spain, Brazil, and Poland. It marked only the second time in history that one pope opened a holy year and another closed it. Following the death of Francis in April, in his homily, what in his homily? What's a homily? What is that? What's that?
That's a sermon.
Okay. Leo criticized what he called a distorted consumer economy and growing hostility towards migrants, urging Catholics to welcome strangers and warning against the seductions of political power. Leo will now host the world's cardinals at the Vatican for a 2-day meeting on governing the 1.2 billion member church. Holy years are typically held every 25 years, though Leo has announced a special jubilee for 2033 to mark the 2,000 years since the death of Jesus Christ, since his resurrection, as described in the Christian faith. So there you go.
Yeah, 2033 is not the correct year, by the way.
Well, I'm just going what it says here in the in my little notes.
No, what I'm saying is Christ didn't die in 33, probably died in 29.
Okay. Now, is that something that the Catholics disagree with the rest of us?
Protestants, yes.
Okay. Well, when you're talking, okay,
it's a minor detail, just a minor detail.
I was just thinking we'll give them the same gap we give you in your death in your. Oh yeah, okay, so that's something we got to talk about. We'll talk about the death pool now, because obviously it's the end of the year, or the beginning of the new year, and we got to talk about.
I think I won.
Well, let's find out. I know who didn't win. That's easy enough. One of us was disqualified because we didn't kill anyone off. So that leaves 2 people left, and I'll let the people vote, if they want, on which one they believe is the true winner. So that's I think that's fair. All right? All right. Probably not really fair, but... Okay, so I thought I put the link here, but I don't see it. Darn it. Where did I put it? Where is it? All right, I guess I got to do it the old-fashioned way. I got to actually look for it. Hold on. Hold tight. Here we go. So, all right, there we go. This should be it. So here we go. We're going to look at the death pool together. All right, so here is last year's death pool. All right, so we got no winners for me. Oh, hold on, that's the wrong one. Oh, there we go. We have, oh, wait, I had Brian Wilson. I got very few points. You have, we missed one of them. We had Pope Francis, and we had Pope Francis against Ozzy. Now, at that point, Pope Francis versus Ozzy won. But then you came in with Dick Cheney, too, which we didn't catch. I don't know how we missed both of them. And that made the totals here. I have the totals in my... Okay, so Ozzy got 24 points. And your Francis got... Oh, I have 12 here, but that's not right. Your Francis got 27 points. So 27 versus 39, Christine won. However, when Dick Cheney died, which we didn't catch, that gave you another 31 points, leaving... Now, I want you to know that because Dick Cheney died, that's going to mess up my sex life. Thank you. Because with Dick Cheney dying, that ended up giving you a total of 58 to 39.
You should explain how you do the points.
Okay, so the points, for anyone that want to know, what you do is you take 115. That way, we haven't had anybody live to 115. So we took 115, and then we subtract their age, which in this case, let's say mine. We'll talk about mine. You would take 83 off 115. that would be the number of points that you get for that person. For Ozzy, it was he ended up with 39, and with Dick Cheney, you ended up with 31. With Pope Francis, you ended up with 27. So that's how you ended up winning that grand thing. So in the meantime,
all I can say is thank you, Dick Cheney.
That's right. I'm glad he was good for something besides shooting himself.
Good for something.
Or
yes.
didn't he shoot somebody?
He be good for anything else.
Didn't he shoot somebody like when he was at a hunting thing?
Yes, he shot somebody at a ski shoot.
Yeah. No, even if it was 100 minus, it became 115 when people started living beyond 100, and I wanted to make sure nobody was over. Because think about it, if it was 100 and somebody lived to be 102, then you owe points. That's why we made it to 115. So congratulations, Doug. Your prize is in the mail.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me know if you get that $1 billion check.
Okay.
And don't cash it though. All right. Now that brings me to the next thing. Now the 2026 are open, and I have your stuff, I have Christine's stuff, and I finished mine last night. Here is what the stakes are. I added Barry Manilow, and you added, who'd you add? You added
Willie Nelson. Michael J. Fox.
There it is. Willie Nelson and Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
And Christine added, I don't know, she made a couple changes.
Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. She added Celine, and she also changed. She put Eric Dane, and she made a few changes. So this is the time to change. Now, after this change, you have to submit your application to the board, and then the board will give us a chance to steal before we know who it is. Like, in other words, if you decide, let's say, for instance, I didn't have Barry Manilow, you say, hey, Mike, I want to make a change. And I said, okay, you can make your change. However, we would get the chance to do one change as well, and we get before you, so we could steal whatever it is that you say. So you got to be careful about making changes because someone could steal it. So if I decided I didn't want Weinstein or whatever, I could knock out Weinstein. I'd say I want to make a change. You have a chance to replace somebody on yours before me. That way, if I get some insider information and I decide to make a change, but you have the chance to make it first. So anyone that makes the commitment to make a change is the last one that gets to put the change in.
Yeah, I'm a little upset because you had Bruce Willis, and that's the worst.
Yes, I did.
I've had
him. Actually, I think I've had him for a couple years. I didn't.
Look at that, yeah.
Oh, I didn't have him, did I? Oh, yeah, I
did.
Yeah, there he
Fox
is.
and knocked him off.
Did I have him? I didn't have him here, though. Okay, so there. Oh, that was a good year when I had I had 5 of them that year. So, your chance to, this is the last chance. If there's any changes you want to make, or we close it and that'll be it. So if anybody has any, the board is questionable. Why would you say that? The board is very fair. I've never seen the board do anything that was a little shady. So it's always been a fair board. So this is your last chance to make any changes. I'll tell you what, I'll give you to the end of the show if you want to make any changes. So till then, if there's no changes by the end of the show, you're locked in. So I think all of us have some good ones. I'm confused about certain ones, but hey.
Like what, Mike?
Well, first off, who's Robin Roberts?
She is Robin Roberts is a commentator. She was on Good Morning America.
Okay.
And and she's had some health problems. That's why I picked her.
I would have picked Bradshaw if I had thought about it, because I watched it. He had a TV show that was really cool. It was I think it was called Bradshaw. It was about his family. It was a good show, and he hasn't done it in the past couple of years because he's been sick, and I actually forgot about him. I loved him. He was awesome. But all of us have some good picks. I really am anxious.
Why'd you let Michael J. Fox go? Because you had him a couple years ago.
Because I think I added Victoria Jackson, and I thought she's had some cancer issues, and I was sure she was going to go.
Unfortunately for Michael, he's lived past his estimated lifespan.
Yeah, but he's going. I got to tell you, he's got a new show coming out.
Yeah, well, that's why I picked him, because, you know, I'm not rooting for him to die, but I am rooting for him to die. I mean, it's terrible.
That's the problem with this game, and the interesting thing about this game. You don't want to root for anyone to die, but you want to win. That's the controversy.
So die, suckers, die.
Do you know, I never thought you would play this game because of that. So I really think it's kind of funny that you were actually playing. I thought you would just be so like, you would just like be arrogant and say, that's not right, you shouldn't be doing that, but you joined right in, so I'm cool.
So when I first went to the adult rehabilitation center, I was doing Celebrate Recovery.
Yeah.
And I stood in there and I watched a guy do a Bible study, and I said to the Lord, I'd like to do Bible study here someday. He died a week later.
Oh, wow.
So you better watch out. You better watch out, Mike.
Oh, man. That's that does scare me a little bit. Well, you know, I know the board very well, and I know that it'll be treated as a professional thing. So the board has been with me the whole time that I've had this show. All right, we got a lot of stuff to cover. So the pit got renewed for season 3. I saw the first one on season 2 last night. Really good show. If you like medical shows and you have HBO, I really would suggest watching it. It's really interesting because last season they had 8 episodes. What did they do? They did it all about one day. So the first week is hour 1. The second week is hour 2. It really turned out really interesting the way they did that, and I liked what they did with that. So if you aren't a pit watcher and do have HBO, I suggest watching it. If you are a pit watcher, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not a medical show watcher, don't bother. But it's really a good show. So
I see the advertisements for it. I'd like to watch it, but I don't have HBO Max. So
oh, well, that
I'm kind of stuck.
It's a shame because that's a good show. Nick Reiner is in the news again. Nick Reiner's lawyer abruptly withdraws. I found that interesting. We have no choice but to withdraw. The Hollywood Reporter lawyer who represents Nick Reiner abruptly withdrawn from the case on the first court date of the new year. Alan Jackson, a media-savvy criminal defense lawyer who previously represented Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and Karen Reed, had signed on in mid-December to rep Reiner, who has been charged with 2 murders, 2 counts of murder, first-degree murder, the slaying of his father and mother, Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner. He removed himself from the case for unknown reasons.
Well, since Nick got a public defender, it is assumed that Nick could not pay for his expensive lawyer.
Yeah, but I think that anyone that takes this case is doing it for the publicity anyway. So.
Yeah, well, I think he did it for money. So that's the assumption.
Yeah, and that may be true. That may be true. So, okay, we talked about this real briefly, and now I'll explain myself. Paramount. So Paramount stands by a 30 per share offer to Warner Brothers. Now, this should have been over a long time ago, but this guy, David Ellison, man, he revised his bid, and he's still doing what he can to make sure that Netflix does not get Warner Brothers. Paramount sticking to the $30 per share tender offer for Warner Brothers Discovery, arguing in a statement Thursday morning that its all-cash bid remains superior to the deal that was signed with Netflix, and urging the shareholders to back its bid. Our offer clearly provides. Now, first off, they already agreed to the bid. Not to Paramount, but they already agreed to sell it to Netflix. Now he's in there tampering with all this. I would think there would be there could be a problem with this down the road.
Well, there's going to be a lawsuit because they've already agreed to Netflix.
Right, and Warner Brothers officially rejected Paramount's revised bid, which included a personal guarantee from Larry Ellison earlier this week, arguing that it did not address all their concerns. In the announcement, Paramount said that it had diligently and constructively addressed each concern raised by Warner Brothers, pushing back on the claims that made by the other company. It also included a financial analysis of the Discovery Global spinout that argued that it should have no equity value, but that it has that at very least it should trade at a discount to Versant, which began trading this week and saw its share price fall by double digits. Versant has noted that because the index funds are forced to sell their shares in the company, the price should stabilize to a more realistic price in the next few weeks. Man, Ellison really wants that for some reason, and I don't know why he wants that bad. Everyone else...
Well, I mean, it would put Paramount on the map permanently.
Yeah, but Paramount has... I mean, Paramount... You know that Paramount was started by Lucy, right?
Yes.
And that itself is a big deal, but Paramount dropped a lot the way that over the past couple of years, and actually over the not last couple of years, but actually they have that Paramount Plus, and I wouldn't pay to see that. They don't have anything that makes me. The only show that they have that, well, actually they had Star Trek and all that stuff too. But
that's why I have Paramount Plus, because I'm a Trekkie.
Yeah.
So
the only program that I like on Paramount is the one that Stallone has right now. The King of Tucson, or whatever it is, or Tucson King, or whatever it is called. But I love that show's good. But other than that, the Star Trek stuff I would watch if I had it. But I think they're launching a new Star Trek show too.
The 15th, it's Star Trek Academy.
Okay, yeah, I knew there was something. So I'd be interested in that show just to see what it was. But other than that, they don't have a slew of shows that I would probably be interested in.
That's why he wants Warner Brothers.
Yeah. I guess that would make sense.
Put him on the map.
That would put him on the map.
Netflix already has such a hold on the market. He needs something to shoot him up, to explode the market for him.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that from the standpoint of what I watch, that would make Paramount a whole lot more interesting to me. I love Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has Practical Jokers, has a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I guess I understand why he wants it so bad, but I don't know. He's not been very convincing to them to accept the offer. So good luck with that. I don't know if he's going to get it or not. All right. Oh, I don't want it to come back to that. I want it to come back to something else. Where'd the did I lose the dog? There she is. All right. I'll have to bring her back. All right. Anyway. Let's see. Let's see what's next. So that's a 20. Okay. What? Here it says DOJ review as Paramount insists its offer for Warner Brothers presents less regulatory roadblocks. The Justice Department is taking a comprehensive look at David Ellison's hostile tender bid. Warner Brothers said in a securities filing on Wednesday that regulates Regulators on December 23rd expanded their review of the offer after opening it earlier this month. The investigation largely expected signals that the government may challenge an acquisition of the company regardless of who emerges the winner, running up against Paramount's position that it offers a more certain pathway to approval. So, yeah, who knows? I don't know.
That's the big selling point.
Yeah.
Because they're scared that Netflix is going to drive everybody else out of the market.
Well, that's called free enterprise, I believe.
That's called free enterprise.
And if they were worried about that, they should have got involved earlier instead of waiting until after a deal was made, you know. Tulsa King, yes, that's the one. Christine said Tulsa King. All right, so that's that. Get rid of that now. We're no longer talking about that. Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista are bickering brothers who battle the Yakuza in Wrecking Crew trailer. To see those two guys on the stage at the same time, that is interesting to me. It could be a funny movie. So, yeah, I would go see that. Actually, I guess I don't have to go to see it. It's Amazon MGM Studios. So I guess I can watch it on Amazon. It's set in Hawaii. The Wrecking Crew centers on estranged half-brothers, Johnny and James, who reluctantly reunite to investigate their father's mysterious death. They also learn that the members of the Yakuza are searching for them. So that could be an interesting movie. Two big guys, and actually Bautista's not as big as he used to be. I haven't seen him for a while. Well, he's still pretty big though. So I would watch that. All right. What else we got here? Taylor Swift leads iHeart Music Award nominees with 9 nods. Hold on. I'm going to close this out. Got to put this over so we can see our dog. There she is. Okay.
I'll check back. And then, yeah, we can disconnect.
I got to turn that sound
Well,
off.
my God, is this where you live?
Okay,
Is this where you stay?
Okay, there we go. No, she's not going to say anything. Okay. Taylor Swift leads the iHeart Music Award nominees with 9 nods, followed by Bad Bunny, Sabrina Carpenter, and Alex Warren. Ceremony airs March 26th. So if you're into the music awards, Taylor Swift, man, I'm rooting for her. I'd like to see her get an award. Geez, I don't think she would ever get an award.
First timers, Michael.
Yes.
She's a first timer.
Yes. I mean, after all.
She's only a billionaire, you know.
Yeah, that poor girl. I don't know how she survives. Heavy 80s heavy metal. Let's try it again. Iconic 80s heavy rock band finally announces first show against 4 cities in nearly 20 years. Do you want to guess who?
No, I don't know.
It's somebody we talked about months ago. It is the Scorpions.
Scorpions.
Yeah, they're going to book 4 shows. Rock You Like a Hurricane, Still Loving You, Winds of Change. They're going to be coming out. It says here they got 4 cities. Shillong, which is the JN Stadium. Delhi, NCR grounds in Bengaluru, and Mumbai. I thought they said it was going to be, they were going to come to the U.S. Doesn't look like they're coming to the U.S. from the looks of things. Well, I guess if we want to see them, we got to go overseas.
That's right. So when are we going?
I think I'll call up Klaus and see if we can get him over here.
Yeah, there you go.
Ice Office. Oh, okay. Should we talk about this? Did you want to talk about this yet?
What, the ice? I
Yeah.
have it on my list.
Okay, then we'll talk about it then. Because I got some stuff to talk about. I'm sure we'll talk about the same stuff. Did you know that before Chevy Chase joined Saturday Night Live. Do you know what he did?
No.
He was a member of Steely Dan.
Really?
Here you go. This is, it says here, in a long-running sketch, it says about, wait a minute, where's it at? That's not it. Here it is. There it is. Chevy Chase. I can't imagine him doing that, but that's what it says right here.
Smoking a doobie.
Yeah.
Smoking a doobie.
Who would have thought? Jeez. Chevy
really.
Chase played in a band with Steely Dan before SNL fame. Says in the documentary, I'm Chevy Chase and you're not, the actor's musical talent on the drums and piano were showcased. A pretty big tidbit was dropped about his past. As Steely Dan's My Old School played, viewers got a look at Chase's years at Bard College in the mid-'60s. It was then revealed that Chase was in the jazz band with musicians Donald Fagen and Walter Becker. And Chase would then find fame a decade later in SNL, while Fagen and Becker would go on to form Steely Dan, the musical duo behind the 70s classic rock hits like Ricky, Don't Lose That Number, Reelin' in the Years, Hey 19, and Peg. So there you go. I didn't know that.
I was a Dan man.
Yeah. I never knew that Steely Dan I never knew that Chevy Chase was part of that.
Never knew that.
But that's interesting stuff. Get ready to be grossed out. This is the gross out section of the show. So Longhorn Steakhouse orders a meal. A customer orders a meal and finds it covered in gross-looking. His best way of putting it was gross-looking love butter. Former cook reveals what it truly is, and here's what it looks like, so that you know what I'm talking about. There it is. I wouldn't have thought love butter, but I guess I can see where you could come up with that.
Did they get the guy who did that?
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's really. I mean, I've probably had that steak before, so I have no comment. He thinks it's something other than whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, so people are pretty gross. Okay, next story. Barbie launches its first autistic doll. I don't know how you can tell it's autistic, but it's autistic. I think that people just think too much. It's so important for young autistic people to see autistic, joyful representations of themselves. And that's exactly what this doll does. Well, I look at that and I can't tell it's autistic. Some people you can tell.
It's probably got the let's see.
Well, there you go.
I can't tell.
I can't tell. I don't see how it's autistic. That's like taking a picture of somebody and just saying, oh, that person is this. You can't tell that that's autistic. Oh, this is Barbie's week. That's Barbie. That's not it. I don't. The picture they showed did not look. Let's keep going. There she is. This is the autistic. How do you know that's? How can you tell that doesn't look any different than any other doll that they put out? Except it looks like it doesn't eat at all.
Yes, it looks anorexic.
Yeah, it looks. Now, if you said an anorexic doll, you wouldn't be able to tell that from any other Barbie, but because they're all anorexic. But I can't tell that that's. Why would you say that that's autistic? I wonder if it says 5 pictures. Let's see if there's any more. Let's see. I just think that that's. There's no point to doing that. It has really skinny feet, really skinny legs, really skinny arms. I think you're. I think it would be. I think they spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be anorexic. Okay, there you go. There, it has a pair of head. Oh, now this one, the picture of it looks a little devious, but I don't think there's any. That looks like a regular doll.
That's a regular doll.
I think they mislabeled it. That's a doll of color.
Maybe they got the wrong doll.
I think they got the wrong doll. There's nothing autistic about this doll, except that I would say this is an anorexic doll. I swear, they'll do anything. They'll take a term and make it whatever that term is. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Shows the some people will label.
If she's on the spectrum, she's at the very
end
of the spectrum.
That's like not even. That's like saying I'm skinny. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. That doesn't even. You can't tell that doll. I just think it's ridiculous. Sometimes these people are I don't know, use that term. Oh, here's the other. Oh, wait a minute. There's the second one. I thought I had them in order. I didn't. All right. David Ellison takes Warner Brothers to court. That's what it was. I knew there was another article about that. Paramount's upping its fight for Warner Brothers Discovery. In a letter to Warner Brothers shareholders, Ellison said the company has filed a suit against Warner Brothers in Delaware, seeking greater financial disclosure on the Netflix deal. Additionally, Ellison said his company plans to nominate its own slate of directors for Warner Brothers board, who they believe would vote against the deal with Netflix. After repeated attempts, Paramount is stuck with its $30 per share tender offer for Warner Brothers Discovery and has argued that it's an all-cash bid superior to the deal that Warner Brothers signed with Netflix. Warner Brothers board rejected Paramount's latest bid, which included a personal guarantee from Oracle founder Larry Ellison, saying that it still did not address all their concerns.
But not only that, but Warner Brothers can sell to who they want to sell.
Exactly. That's the thing I'm really kind of confused about. Why is it? I mean, they say it's a better deal. It is a better deal. I mean, $30 a share. I think it's back up over. It's like a 20 million more, I think, than what Netflix was offering. But and
well, they're trying to appeal to the shareholders
right.
to tell their board to go for the most money.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Dear Warner Brothers Discovery shareholder, over the past few days, following a decision by Warner Brothers not to engage with Paramount on our $30 per share cash offer, I'll tell you what, if I was a shareholder at this point, I would say, let's do the Larry Ellison thing at $30 per share, and then as soon as I get my $30 a share, sell it. That's exactly what I would do. Because there's something going on that we don't know about that,
There's something in the Paramount bid that Warner Brothers doesn't like.
It says our sharing is simply more than Netflix's multi-variable consideration comprised of $23.25 in cash plus a number of Netflix shares currently worth $4.11. So that would be what, $27.50 a share versus $30 a share of all cash.
But that's not all what happens in a sale. There's other things. Netflix has probably told Warner Brothers they're going to do this, and this with their property.
Yeah, they gave them a plan. They gave them, here's what happens when you come with us. And if they take a look at like WWE or one of the guys that took the deal, I mean, WWE does not regret taking that deal, and they took it from NBC. So, they apparently Netflix is doing some major damage to people. So, that's kind of scary to think that that's the situation. I want to ask. I'm going to ask you a question here. This is going to sound a little off the wall. CES was this past week. And this week in CES, and bear with me because I know you're gonna say, why are you asking me this? They debuted AIWoman.
Okay.
The question is, would you buy an AI woman?
Would I buy one? What do you mean buy one?
Would you buy? Okay, they're robots.
Oh, okay. No, I would not. I want the real thing. But I imagine a lot of people would buy it.
No, wait. Hold on. Now you're jumping to conclusions here. I didn't tell you what the AI woman did.
Yes, I am jumping to the conclusions.
Okay.
Tell me what the AI woman did.
Well, one version would do what you're thinking. And some of the versions were pretty interesting. Some of the versions looked like a real woman and had real body parts shaped the way you would expect and did do that stuff. But not all of them are for that. Some of them did things like the dishes. They cleaned your bathroom. They did tasks that, frankly, I wouldn't want to do. And my idea of having an AI woman or AI robot, let's just say robot, but this one would be in a woman package. Package is not the right term, but...
Isn't this a little sexist?
Well, they're marketed towards guys, but yes.
Of course.
But would you like... Okay, let's say it was just a robot. Let's say it was a robot that did all that stuff. Would you be interested in that?
Yes.
Okay. A robot that would cut your grass, that would clean your house, would do your laundry, would do your dishes, basically do all the menial tasks that you don't want to do.
Yes.
Some of these robots did all of that. And they looked well too. They looked pretty and all that stuff. So they also have the men. You could have a man one too. Or you could have just a robot that looks like a robot. But personally, I would opt for the female-looking robot because I don't want to look at metal. I like to at least look at a body of some sort. And but anyway, I was watching the video, and Christine caught me watching the video. Not that I was doing it and I wasn't trying to hide it. And she goes, "I know you were watching it." And she's like, "I know. I did want to walk in on that." And I was like, "I didn't watch anything. I wasn't watching it sexually. I am a tech guy. I come from a tech world." And they were showing products from the tech. They showed the SSD drives that, or the SSD batteries and stuff. There's all kinds of things you see at CES. It's not like it was an adult world CES. It was with the regular CES, and they were showing these. And it started out with, would you be interested in this type of product? And I thought, well, not really, because I want a live person. But as they got further into it, they showed this one, and she looked beautiful. Until she went to talk, then it looked really strange and looked out of the place, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. The one lady, or the one robot, was an older robot. Looked like her creator. And it really looked like this lady who was like in her 50s, and the robot was an exact copy of her. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. You don't have to have, if you're married or have a girlfriend or whatever, you could always get that version because that looks like a maid, an older maid. And I thought, well, that, and I was just thinking about, so you would think that one of those is going to cost you $15,000, $20,000 or more, even $100,000. Because the ones that Tesla's putting out are pretty expensive. They are now at a price point, anywhere from $1,500 up on robotic things like that. And I thought, well, that's really kind of not bad. That's not really that bad of a price if you get a robot that can do your dishes, do your cleaning of your house. They're not at that point where they're that versatile yet, but they're showing what they could tentatively do. Like, for instance, I have my laundry is downstairs. Well, wouldn't it be cool to have a robot that'll carry it down, put it in the washer, wash the clothes. When that's done, go back down and put it in the dryer and do all those tasks that, take up time. And it'd be cool to have.
Did you ever watch the Jetsons growing up?
Yes, absolutely.
Rosie the robot.
Well, that Rosie the robot though was a spoof on robots too. She was always broken down.
Yes.
So it was the joke was that they are so poor that they couldn't afford a good robot.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny when I thought about it. But I never made that correlation when I was a kid. I thought, oh, it'd be cool to have a Rosie the robot. But I never really made the correlation that she was always breaking down until I saw that.
So the whole point of this is we're not that far away from Rosie the robot. I think but a good version.
Yes. Yeah, I think we're a couple years away from that. And as I get older, I would like to have something to help us both, my girlfriend and I, that will do those tasks that we, as we get older, won't be able to do.
Difficulty doing.
One of the reasons I got a Tesla was because as I get older, my driving skills are going to get worse. And I'm going to have full self-driving. I'm planning for the future. And one of the reasons I put solar panels on my property, I did that 15 years ago, because I knew I was going to be retiring and I wanted to have help paying the electricity. So I was looking at it as a possibility for the future because, I'd like to be at a point in my life when I will be able to feel good and organize my house and have my house taken care of by someone else, like my own robot. So I think
are you all electric, Mike?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I had a gas heating system, and air conditioning was that HVAC system was gas. The electric, I'm sure it was electric for air conditioning, but when I replaced that in 2010, the plan was to go all electric and to have solar panels and all that stuff. And I would have, in retrospect, I don't know that I would have done any different, but the new solar panels have improved with efficiency tremendously, and at some point I'd like to get the new solar panels, even though there's nothing wrong with mine. They're just not as good as the ones that are out now. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that you gotta look around and figure out, okay, I see what's out there, how can I utilize it? And the whole idea of robotic helpers isn't that far away. It's really within grasp. I mean, technically my car is a robot because it does things. And in fact, I can talk to it and it answers. They got AI in my car. Era is the AI assistant, and she talks to me like you would talk to me. I mean, she sounds like she knows what she laughs. She can hold a conversation. It's really kind of scary in some ways that we've come that far, but we're still not quite there, but we've come that far. So it's only going to get better from here. And eventually, after I'm dead...
Until they rule the world and kill all the humans.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, is that when I'm dead, it doesn't matter because I'll be dead then, but I can be happy while I'm alive, and because they're not going to be taking over while I'm alive, because, I would think that it's going to be a little while before they take over. But who knows? I just think I really love the fact that the technology has gotten where it's gotten. Because we are close to the Jetsons. We are close. So who knows? It could happen. But I just was curious what your thought, because I saw that on CES today, and I was thinking, oh, that's kind of cool, because it's something I would like to have, and we'll see what happens. It's after 8, so let's go with your stuff now for now.
Okay. Well, let me get into some U.S. stuff. There are 8 states that are openly rebelling against the federal government.
Yeah.
And there's 2 on the edge. They are California, Oregon, Washington State, Colorado, Minnesota, Illinois, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, and Vermont are on the edge.
Wow.
They're openly rebelling against immigration law, which means they are refusing to obey federal law.
Okay.
And it's rebellion. It's open rebellion. There are 2 instances in our country's history where there has been open rebellion by states. One is the Civil War. That was open rebellion of southern states against the federal government in Washington and the northern states. And then the other one was during the Vietnam War. Because of Lyndon Johnson's incompetence and deceit, the American people turned against the federal government. War in Vietnam. And then there were a lot of demonstrations. And then, do you remember or know about Kent State?
Yeah.
Where the National Guard shot students?
Ohio.
That's what exploded everything.
Ohio. Remember that?
Yes.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah, Neil Young. Yeah. Well, now we have Renee Good.
Did you watch the video?
Renee Good. Did I watch the video? No, I did not. I have not had a chance to see it.
Oh, you got to watch. You got to watch it from all angles, because I changed my mind after I saw all angles.
So she was disengaging when she got shot?
Well, what I saw, which you didn't see in the original video. The original video is the cops went up, or the ICE agents went up to her door, said, "You get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car." And she refused to get out of the car. And there was another agent that you can't see from that angle that came up around the front of the car, and she looked away, she looked at him, then she hit the gas. She saw him, and she hit the gas. And now, that pushed him, I don't know how far, it pushed him a while, it pushed him a couple feet, and he's lucky he didn't get run over, but he got hurt. He did shoot her. So, he was shooting her in defense, self-defense.
Okay. That's what I assumed.
And you won't see that. You don't
see that in the original video.
Exactly. If you watch and you listen to the Democrats, he just shot her. If you watch and listen to the Republicans, he shot her with cause. If you watch it on your own from all angles, you got to make your own determination. So I truly believe that I'm sorry that she died, but when you put yourself into a situation like that, it would have been easily ended if she had stopped and didn't hit the gas, because there was somebody in front of her. She should not have gone forward. If she had stayed in her car, rolled up her window and everything, but her and her girlfriend were all arrogant about this. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, edging them on, trying to get them to do something. Well, when you run over a guy, you got him to do something. And it's sad that she had to die for that. And she wouldn't have had to die if she hadn't gone forward. But I think that she should be held accountable for that she tried to run the guy over. Now, if she had looked to the left and kept looking to the left and kept looking and arguing with the police officers and put it in gear and went forward without looking at the guy in the eye, that changes the whole thing. That changes the formula. But she didn't. She looked at the guy for a few seconds. I mean, I would say maybe 2 or 3 seconds before she hit the gas. And she could have just hit the gas and said, oops, there's a guy there, I'll hit the brakes. She could have done that, but she didn't. So I feel sympathy because she died, but I don't feel that the guy was wrong for shooting her because he almost got killed. So,
well, her defense fund or her money that she's gotten on GoFundMe is $1.2 million so far for the kids. He, on his defense fund, the officer was shot, is up to $400,000.
Well, I mean, if they do
because
show,
there's going to be a civil suit.
I mean, I totally understand both sides, but I have to side. I tried to keep an open mind on this whole thing, because if indeed, I mean, the problem comes in now with police are allowed to do that. Police are allowed to have the guns.
They're allowed to defend themselves.
Right, but they aren't police. That's the problem, and that's the problem they're going to run into. Is they aren't
law enforcement. ICE is law enforcement.
They're not trained police. They're not trained. From my understanding, is they're guys off the street basically that got the okay to do this because they wanted to be part of this, and they're not trained police. They're not trained law enforcement.
What I was going to talk about is this. If these things continue, it's going to turn the country against Trump. That's the problem, because it happened in Kent State. And right. what it is even though I think it was a legitimate shooting,
yes,
but police are trained to de-escalate things.
Yes.
Maybe ICE is not trained to de-escalate things.
But in this case, I have to, I mean, even though I don't know that I totally believe that ICE should be doing this, in this case, I have to side with them because she did hit the gas and hit the guy. So it's not a cut and dry case. It's not a, are you officially, are you allowed to do this? Are you not allowed to do this? She knew he was there. She ran over him. Not over him. She pushed him by hitting the gas, and he's lucky he didn't get hurt. Well, I guess he did get hurt, but he's lucky he didn't die.
The commentator I listened to made this suggestion.
Okay.
Maybe what they should have done is take a picture of her license plate, take a picture of her, and let her drive away.
Maybe that would have been the right way to do it. I don't know.
And then go arrest her at home.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really, I mean, I don't know what they are.
That's what de-escalation would have been. To take a picture of the license plate, a picture of her and her girlfriend, her wife, picture of her and her wife, and then let her drive away. Just back off and let her go.
I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know.
Here politically, 75 million people voted for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris would have continued Joe Biden's open border,
right,
letting anybody in.
That's correct.
But 77 million people voted for Donald Trump, and they want immigration laws enforced. Okay?
Yeah.
Trump is right theoretically, but he's running into a PR problem.
Yes.
I believe he's right in getting criminal immigrants out of his country.
Yes, the criminal immigrants is correct, and I think that he should give the people that don't have negative issues with the
that are paying taxes,
yes,
and living in this country, abiding by the law.
Right.
I don't think should be run out of the country.
Right. I don't mind them staying, but the criminals I do mind. And let's see here. The guy that shot the guy that got shot was a Desert Storm vet in 10 years on the Ice Force. The guy that Oh, the guy that not got shot. The guy that shot was a Desert Storm vet with 10 years on the ice force. Okay, so he does know.
So he should.
Yeah.
He should know better.
When you're at that,
or he should know the rules of engagement. But I would, if I was him, and she was coming at me with a moving car, I would have shot too.
Well, we can actually watch that second if you'd like to see it.
Sure, I would like to see it.
I think I do have it. I'm pretty sure I do. And if I don't, I know there's a lot of YouTube people that do. I have seen it from every angle. That's why I keep like, which one, what do I believe? What should I believe? Because everybody, it's horrible. It's just, I just wish that it hadn't happened. That would have been the best thing if it didn't happen. But we're finding that, okay, so that's not going to work. Okay, hold on.
Well, these agitators are paid by liberal groups.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, she was the girl that died was a paid protester. That's what she does. And she was looking.
And she's trained to do these things.
And over again, she was like, "What are you going to do? Shoot me? What are you going to do? Shoot me? Shoot me? You're going to shoot me? What? These people are they're looking for trouble. And she found trouble, so she got what she was looking for. And the sad thing is, it didn't have to go that way. If she had not gone and, I would have been okay until she hit the guy. Once she hit the guy, that changes the story. It changed the whole narrative. Because the minute when you're protesting, you don't try to get people to do, oh, here we go. Here we go. This will probably answer everything. Vance is involved, so you know.
All right, well, that's new video footage.
Okay. Oh, what's this guy? I didn't ask for your help. I'm going to turn.
They're the Hodgkins twins. They're conservatives.
Oh, okay. Is that so? We want them?
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you who they are. You don't have to show them.
Well, I don't care. I mean, I'm not. I turned off their audio, so I don't. Whatever they say doesn't matter. I don't really care what they have to say. What I want to hear is I want to see. Okay, here we go. I want to see the other angle, and I don't know if this is going to do it. The other angle. Now, this is this is from the body cam of the guy that got hit, I think. So he's here. Now, she's looking straight at him. Now, he goes around the car, and he goes around the car, a whole way around the car. So he went around, saw the license plate, and there's that girl antagonizing. So then he went around it again. Now, watch. She's going to look. Will you stop stopping? Okay. So she goes around, or he goes around the front of the car again. Stop talking. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Okay, here we go. Boom. He got hit. So we'll go back just a little bit. Come on. Oh, I keep trying to back up there. Back up there, back up. Okay. Now, this happened very quickly. Okay. Now, you can see she's looking right at him. He's right. He's a couple feet back. He's not even on the car. So now, from this angle, I hope they show the other angle. This is when she hit him. Now, from another angle, I don't know if they have the other angle on here or not. So there's another angle that I want to see. I hope they have it, because it was really evident. It was someone from far away that was from that angle.
Well, the mayor, the police chief, and the governor all said that this did not happen this way.
Did not happen what way?
The way you're describing it to me.
Yeah, that's because they're wanting the narrative to be on their side.
Correct.
But the truth is It was that way. I'm trying to, let me see here. One of these should have, I wonder if I put that, hold on. I might have put it in here. I thought I did that. I could have sworn I put the other angle because I knew we were going to talk about it. I knew for sure we were going to talk about it. Maybe it's underneath this. Let's move this over. Because I thought to myself, we're going to definitely talk about this. No, it's not. Where's it at? Wait, oh, maybe it's part of this. Dang. I had it. I know I had it. Oh, here's Cops Breakdown. That's what they say. Hold on. There she is. Okay. I don't want to see you. I want to see the other footage. Because there's a... Oh, I could look at my history and I'd find it. If you don't see that other footage, the footage of something top 10. No, that's not it either. That's her. Okay.
Is that Renee?
Yeah, that's Renee.
Good.
She was pretty. I mean, it's a shame that anyone would do. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that much of a person that wants conflict, but some people do. I think that was, I mean, the best footage is not, I have not seen here. Wait, hold on here. But it was sad because this woman is young. She had her whole life, and she has kids. That's the worst part. If I had kids, I would never be involved in something like this.
Well, that's why the GoFundMe is up over $1 million, because she had kids.
Yeah, and the thing is that nobody wins in this situation. And it's sad because, okay, mainstream media lies. Okay, maybe this will have it. That's not mainstream media. That's not it. Oh, here we go. Mainstream media. Okay. One of these is going to have it. I should have brought it. I thought I had it. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, this is the one. New footage shown.
Yeah, she's looking right at him.
Well, yeah, but he's going around.
That's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first time it goes around. Fast forward that. Should be close to that now. Okay. Now there's new footage. Now hopefully that gets the other footage I was talking about. It's not open and shut. Okay. Just calm down. They actually have said just calm down. Well, show us the footage.
What news is this?
This is, I don't know, this is just a bit, oh, I don't see the clip. They don't show the other clip. Damn it. This is, one of these has all the stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is where they just showed up. Oh, I don't want to see her body. Wait, oh. This is the one. This will probably have it. There we go. Okay, this is the footage. This is the other footage, I think. Okay, that's after she wrecked her car. Now he's going to talk about it. Let's see the other footage. Okay, this is the other angle, I think. Let's see. There's the bullet. Show the other footage. All right, let's see. Should come up here. No.
You know, Mike, while you're looking,
Yeah.
I have a cousin who has adopted a black child.
Okay.
White cousin who adopted a black child.
Okay.
And he taught his child that when police are coming to your car, you put your hands on the dashboard, and you do everything they say. You never remove your hands from the dashboard.
That's correct. And that's especially when you're a person of color.
Yes.
Because that's the only way they can guarantee that okay, is this going to be... Okay, that's more protests. Get to the other clip.
So to do anything else is going to elicit trouble.
Yes. And actually, if you watch a lot of these clips on YouTube, like I watched this one called The Civil Rights Lawyer, and some of these guys get pulled over, and the police don't... I mean, the one guy was about as cooperative as you could possibly be, and he was still being abused. And the cop just wanted to take him away for something. You know, it just... Sometimes it just... There are racist cops out there. There's racist everybody. I mean, every type of every color out there is racist by some extent. Now, I'm not saying we're all racist. I'm just saying there are racist people in all colors. But unfortunately, the white people are the worst offenders. Okay, now, hopefully we'll get to see the other footage. I saw a footage where it was looking this way, and it was back away from where he was. So you got to see the whole thing. And it was very clear that that it was, you know, that the woman was wrong. But nobody's showing it. I don't see this clip. I should just look at my history because I'd find it then. And you're going to see all the footage of the robots that I was looking at. I don't see it in here either. But, I mean, it really is a shame that she had to die for her principles, if you will. And they weren't principles. They were just her opinion. Well, let's see. Let's go back here. You get to see all the stuff I looked at. I've been looking at some really weird things. Oh. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Let's see. Here's a defense lawyer. Yeah. This guy might be one of the ones that had it. Oh, this is one of those that you can't fast forward. Just gotta let it go. Come on. Okay. But it's just a shame that this even has to be discussed. You can protest. I don't have a problem at all with protesting. I do have a problem with this because of what happened. Oh, here we go. Now we're saying, okay, the guy that we're looking at, they're going to show where he is at the time. That's the guy in the circle. He went around the car. He went around the car again. This is the second
She
time.
moved it.
Okay. You can actually see the guy in front too as she backed up the one time, he pulled his gun out.
Is this a defense attorney?
Self-defense, a breakdown. I think he is, because I think he was, this is one of the first times I saw this. You could see, the backup lights when they were on, when they were off. And this guy here is the guy that, you can't even see him. He's like right.
I see him. I can see the guy. He's
Yeah.
right there. The first guy's trying to get the door open.
Right. Now here he goes around the side. He's got his gun long. Okay, shut up. Oh, I moved too far. Oh, I went too far. Hold on. Okay, go there.
Well, Michael, for her to wreck the car, she had to have it in gear.
Yeah. And she had to be going, like I said, she didn't even, the guy was pushed, I don't know how far before he, I don't know if he was pushed the whole way or where he dropped off or whatever. But they showed his body cam on the one that I watched.
Well, there's got to be a
here we
civil
go.
suit.
Most incriminated. That was the guy. Is that the guy? Okay. I would have had this queued up had I thought for sure I had the video here. From his own, okay, this is interesting. This might have been the one. Okay, now, let's see if this is the one. Okay.
How old were her kids?
Oh, they're just young. They're real young. This guy had his cell phone out, and he captured it on his cell phone. Come on. This might be it.
So she's blocking the roadway.
Okay, this is the other view that I saw. Okay. This doesn't show. Which one is it?
Well, I believe you, Mike.
I'll get the stuff for next week, and it really is.
Next week.
It's a really. I mean, I don't want to hold up the whole show on this, but it really did change my mind about how I felt. I didn't really. Before I was like, but somehow this other footage really made a difference in how I really felt about this whole thing. So, and I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am middle of the road, and this whole thing should not have happened. But again, if you play with fire, there's a chance you're going to get burnt. In this case, she did, and it unfortunately really is bad for her and her children, and there's no winners here. I don't think that is going to make I don't think that it's not going to ever stop the people that are militant about these things. It's not going to stop either side. Everyone's going to have their opinions about things, but the truth, and that's what I'm looking for. The truth is, she was wrong, and I think in the sense of the whole ICE thing, I'm not totally sure who's wrong there, because there are people that should not be here. I don't know that I believe that it should be as militant as it is, but
well, in these states, in these 10 states, the radical leftists are running the states, and radical leftists are training people to be defiant and rebellious.
I found it. Street video footage here, and cell phone video. Here it is. I just found I knew I had it somewhere. Okay, this is what we're looking for. This is from the ICE officer. One of the ICE officers. I don't know if it was the one that... Okay, so he got out of the car, he walked around, and this is the guy that actually shot her. So she knew.
She is turning. Okay.
She knew he was there. She had that smile on her face. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You know, and there's her girlfriend or whatever, wife, whatever it is.
Wife.
And I don't have a problem with that either. That's has nothing to do with it.
No, I have no problem. No, that's not the issue.
Well, some people would run over her because she's a lesbian, but I don't care about that.
Well, that's their problem.
Okay.
There he got hit.
Oh, that didn't show what I wanted to see. There is a long distance. There is a long distance shot of this that will show you him being, taken away by this car, and that's what changed my mind. Is when I saw that. I'm going to get you that footage because that's what you need. You need to see that. What is this? Let's see. I just want to quickly take a look at this. I just want to see if this is the same footage or not. But yeah, I'll put it on next week because it's really important that people see what the truth is, and you can make your own determination of what the truth is. But it's very important that everybody see everything, to see what happened or what happens in your mind once you see it. If you still believe that she was right and he was wrong, or he was right and she was wrong after seeing the footage, that's up to you. But to me, it's something you need to see the whole thing. That's not the one. I got to get the other footage. I will find it, and I will make sure that you see it, because I think that it's important that we all have the same information to drive our conclusions from. All right.
See, the 27% of the country is Democratic and ardently liberal. They're not going to believe it no matter what you show.
Right.
27% of the country is Republican and ultra-conservative. They're going to back the ICE agent no matter what you show.
Right.
It's the 45% in between that has to be convinced one way or the other.
And I wasn't sure what I thought until I saw all of the footage. You have to see all of the footage to make that determination in my eyes. Because if you don't see all the footage, you're just speculating. And, but you can't speculate if you have all the pieces of the puzzle. Then you can come to the conclusion of whatever your conclusion is. So I think that both parties are at some fault. But I believe that it wouldn't have happened if she hadn't hit the gas. So really, that's what it comes down to. It's
and the left believes it wouldn't have happened if ICE wasn't there.
Right. And the thing is, if she hadn't driven away, there's no reason they're making it sound like if she hadn't driven away, they still would have shot her. That's not the case.
That's not the case at all.
And had she not run into the guy, I mean, they could have done that thing like you said. They had the plate. They knew who it was. It's not as if she could have gone away and and nobody knew who she was. They all knew who she was. So that's the end of that. We'll talk about that more next week because I'll have the footage.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Cuba for a second here.
Okay.
I got just a couple more things.
Okay,
and then
go ahead.
we'll turn it back over.
We got lots of stuff.
Cuba is out of gas and oil.
Oh, well, let's get them in contact with Venezuela.
Well, they were getting their gas and oil from Venezuela.
Ah, okay.
Trump has stopped it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The country is falling apart. The people are hot and hungry. And Trump is calling for negotiations with the president of Cuba.
And is that still what's his face?
Well, it's his brother.
Oh, okay.
Raul and Castro, and it's a police state, and so they're not going to riot because they'll get killed.
Right.
We'll talk about that in a second. But they're out of gas and oil. It's a humanitarian disaster in Cuba right now.
Okay.
And Trump wants to talk to Raul and have Raul make some guarantees of things he's going to do before he sends Venezuelan oil to them.
Okay.
So he's holding Cuba hostage.
Interesting.
And that may not be a bad thing.
I mean, it'd be nice if we got along with them officially.
Wouldn't it be nice?
I mean, we've been at war or at odds with them for as long as we've been alive, as long as I've been alive.
Yes.
And it'd be nice to have an ally there. I mean, if we made them a deal that would make us talk instead of always being hatred towards each other.
Yeah, it started going south in '62 with the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, I was thinking it was '61, but But yeah, that
it could have been '61.
I think it was '61 because it was the year I was born.
Right after Kennedy, it was Kennedy's first crisis.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to see us get along with them, and then we get along for some reason we would actually get along with one of our enemies for a change.
Adversaries, yes. Well, Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez is the new president, and she's got a major problem.
Oh boy.
Because Maduro loyalists are still in the government.
Ah, yes.
The only person that was removed is the boss.
Oh boy.
Maduro.
And
she has
isn't
a tough line to cross because Trump is demanding things that the loyalists don't want.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she's in charge because I would think
that was the Constitution. Trump is going by the Constitution of Venezuela.
But I'm saying I'm really surprised that that country allowed a woman to be in charge.
Well, she was the vice president. He handpicked her.
Oh, okay.
To be vice president. So she is in a very tough situation. She's got to walk a crooked line between the U.S. and her country's politics. It's tough. Now, the Venezuelan opposition leader, Maria Corina Machado, is visiting the United States and will be here Thursday. And she's going to discuss with U.S. officials and Trump about becoming president.
Okay.
Trump did not back her. So there must be a problem with her.
Ah.
So, because Trump didn't back her.
That's
so
interesting.
We'll see what happens there. But Venezuela is not a closed deal just because Maduro is gone.
Okay.
There's still a police state.
Okay.
He's demanding Trump is demanding that political prisoners be released. And she's doing it in trickles and drabs, trying to drag it out.
Okay.
Okay, so there's still problems there. We may still be involved there. We may still have to do military action there.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just stating facts.
Okay.
You can make up your own mind whether we're in the right or wrong.
Okay.
So, and then Iran. CBS has reported that over 20,000 protesters are dead.
Wow. You know, I've heard.
Yes.
I think I heard that too.
The internet and phone lines are down.
Okay.
You can't get good information out.
So you can't get YouTube.
No. And the country is falling apart. Now Trump drew a red line in the sand.
Okay.
He said that if they are killing protesters, he's going to do something militarily.
Okay.
And this is what he wrote today. Iranian patriots, keep protesting. Take over your institutions. Save the names of the killers and abusers. They will pay a big price. I've canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stop. Help is on the way.
Oh, jeez.
Make Iran great again.
Wow.
All right. Today he told all Americans to get out of the country.
Okay. Well, I don't blame him. I'd be out of that country anyway.
So he's opposed to 25% tariff on any country that does business with Iran.
Really? Wow.
Yes. He is weighing his options militarily.
Okay.
I think a strike's coming tonight.
And you know, when he says it's coming, it's coming.
That's it. No other presidents from Clinton on up, Obama, Bush, every one of them have made threats to Iran and never carried it through.
Okay.
Trump has bombed them already.
Yeah.
He bombed them once. He'll bomb them again. So, we may be going to war tonight. Now, if the military can bring down the regime, good. If the military action is not going to do it, then why bother?
Right.
So, and here's the thing. We've talked about Venezuela, Cuba, and Iran. Do you know the two countries that are highly involved in Cuba, Iran, and Venezuela? Russia and China. They can't be happy about this.
Yeah.
You know, Trump is upending the entire geopolitical world right now.
It's really weird. I mean, it's weird how if Biden had been here, none of this would have happened. But
none of it would have happened.
Nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen. Point blank, nothing would happen. Whether you think Trump is right or not,
right.
Biden would have done nothing.
Yeah.
We're upsetting the cookie jar here, and Russia and China may not take it lying down.
Right. I don't know what to think. It scares me.
We could be into troubled times.
It scares me a lot that this is going on. Because nobody, I mean, nobody's going to be on our side. You know, we I don't know. I just am worried about it. I lost you.
Well, the thing is, if Russia and China decide to do something about it, we're in World War III.
That's what I mean. We're alone. No one's going to help us.
In the Pacific, we're it.
Yeah.
In Europe, we have Europe. If Russia does something, we're in Europe. Europe will respond. But if China does something, we're alone in the Pacific. There is nobody else in the Pacific Ocean but us against China. So, I'm worried too, Mike. That's why I brought it up. Because we're on the edge of war with Iran.
All we can do is just hope that people do the right thing.
Me
Really,
too.
that's all we can do.
Well, that's what I got, Mike. We can go on to something else.
Okay. Well, while we're on that, let me check something here. I think I had one other thing I want to. I think this is from last week too. The military said it had seized 2 more tankers, including one Russian-flagged ship. It pursued for more than 2 weeks. Ship called Bella 1 was working to evade the U.S. Coast Guard in the northern Atlantic Ocean weeks after allegedly seeking to dock in Venezuela on December 24th. The ship received approval from the Kremlin to reflag under Russia and since changed its name to the Marinara. It was accompanied by Russian naval vessels and a submarine, but was seized between the British Isles and Iceland with support from the UK military. A second tanker, the Cameroonian flagged Sofia, was seized after allegedly leaving Venezuelan port. The U.S. seized 2 other tankers, the Centuries and the Skipper, last month. The latest incidents come after Trump said the U.S. will take possession of 30 to 50 million barrels of sanctioned oil. And anyway, that's the other.
Well,
story.
see, here's the danger. Russia decided to allow everyone from Venezuela and Russia that is doing sanctioned oil to raise the flag because they thought the United States and the United Kingdom, England, would be scared to do anything against a Russian-flagged ship.
Okay.
It didn't stop us.
Okay.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
What's Russia going to do?
Good question.
This could escalate out of control.
Yes. Which brings
now,
me...
I'm not saying Trump's wrong. I'm just saying this could escalate out of control. When you start doing these things, you have no idea what's going to happen. One wrong move could set off World War III.
This is true. All right. Well, on a lighter note...
Let's go lighter note.
I got something that's lighter and darker at the same time. We should do an official bingo card, 2026 consensus, and this is an example of what it would be. China leans on exports and manufacturing. We could pick a whole bunch of different things that could go on our bingo card and see if any of us win.
Like bingo, sure, let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. We should come up with them for next week, come up with a bunch of ideas, and we can make our bingo cards up, and then we sit down and we actually design. We'll have the same categories, whatever they are, so that if you hit, I hit, and it just where we put them on the card. So let's have a Armageddon bingo card.
Sure, that sounds like fun.
There are on this one.
Between the death pool and this, we are dark and dangerous.
Yes, we are, especially when we start hitting. So this is 5 by 5, so that means we got to come up with basically 25. So 25, if you come up with a little over half, I'll come up with a little over half. I'm sure we'll agree on some. We should probably, or if you can come up with 25, and then we'll just we'll figure out what they are. Then we'll take a week and we'll each design our card, and then we'll trade our cards. And you get my card, and I get your card, or something. No, something. We'll figure out what we're going to do with it.
Let's work on the categories,
and let's say anything goes as far as worldwide stuff. You could put Chris Jericho shows up in the WWE as one of the cards, or something like that. Just anything we want to do that could hit, and it'll be anywhere on the card that we decide. And if you make your card up and I make my card up and we swap, then we know that it's going to be pretty impossible to win. So, or we could make up I know what we could do. We could make up the categories, and then we'll have maybe Christine make a bunch of cards that we don't even know, and then we'll we'll assign a number to them, 1 to whatever, how many cards there are, and then you'll pick one, I'll pick one, and she'll pick one, and we won't know which card we're going to get. So that encourages us. That encourages us. Say we make 2 each. That encourages us. We may get our own. We may not get our own, but we won't know that. It could be interesting. This is a new game I just thought of. And,
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Dark and dangerous.
Yeah. So
Category 3: World will unite in World War. World will explode into World War III.
That's right.
We win, but we lose.
Yes. So hopefully that's what we'll do. Is the center square should be world explodes. Or something like that. That'll be the free space or whatever. We'll have to think of something stupid like that. But I think it could be fun. I mean, as the world falls apart, we're having fun.
That's right.
It scares me because there's so much going on right now in so many categories. Anything's possible. And that in itself scares me a little bit. I mean, we could have one topic could be president, and we won't say any president in particular. President is assassinated. Any president that gets assassinated in a political place gets we'll call that a point. Whatever it is. It could be general enough that it could cover several categories.
Yeah, and I'll start praying for Trump to get assassinated.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm sure there are some people that want. Center square would be, oh, geez. Christine says center square would be Jesus comes back.
I was just thinking that, yes.
I was thinking that too, but I didn't think, all 3 of us are thinking that, so that's kind of weird that we're all thinking of the same thing. But I think it could be a fun thing. And in fact, if Ann wants involved, we would take her input as well. So
there you go.
It would be kind of different, and I'll have all the cards on a spreadsheet, and we'll see where they are from time to time. So and you'll have a copy of them too, so I can't cheat. So, but yeah, I think it'd be kind of interesting to. When I saw this bingo card, I thought, oh, we could do something like that. And I didn't look at it real closely, but as we're talking about all these things that are going on, it could be interesting. So, all right. Let's see. So I got to make a note in my notes, the bingo card thing. Let's see here. Make bingo card thing. Or bingo card, not accessories, categories. Bingo card categories. Bingo card categories. I think it'd be fun. As the world starts burning and blowing up, we can enjoy it. All right. So, that I put there, and I'll put it in yellow so that I know that I'll be looking. I'll change the color because I won't. I use yellow.
While you're doing that, Mike,
yeah.
On a sad note, Philip Yancey is a famous Christian author.
Okay.
A lot of people follow him. He's a successful Christian speaker.
Okay.
He's been writing books for years and has helped millions of Christians grow in their faith.
Okay.
He just admitted to having an 8-year affair with a married woman.
Wow.
So for the Christians in the crowd, it's a sad day.
Yeah.
It's a sad day.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Christians aren't perfect.
No.
We are imperfect people.
Well, I know that because I think of myself. So, all right. So we'll go back to categories. We did that one. I got to take that out of there. That's the Warner Brothers thing. After 30 years, one of the Simpson characters is finally calling it quits. I found this interesting because not everyone knows who he is, but did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, so do you watch The Simpsons, or have you watched The Simpsons?
Oh, yeah, I've watched The Simpsons, but it's been years, but yeah.
Yeah, same here.
I was a fan for a while.
Well, the person that decided he wanted to quit is Hank, I believe that's him. Yeah. I think he's the one that decided he didn't want to do it anymore. And he does, which ones does he do? Oh, that's the bingo card. Hold on. I think it was him. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's not it. What happened? All right, let's try this again. Push the thing again. Oh, there it is. Just didn't. Okay. It says here, after 3 decades of tank tops, endless beer promos, and irresponsible drinking, the scantily clad, booze-slinging Duffman, which is Hank Azaria, shouted out his final, "Oh yeah," as the series officially shelved his character. So I guess he's just tired of, you're a character for 30 years, you sometimes decide you want to do something else.
Yeah, really.
And he's only 61, so he's been doing that since he was 30. That's a long time to do one character. Let me see here. In January 4th episode, Separance, Homer's optimism gets him recruited by enthusiasm on demand. Mysterious company offering a procedure to remove personality hurdles, but it has unforeseen consequences at home. A clever parody of Apple TV's Severance, which features Zach Cherry as Farley and Julianne Moore as Consonance. The episode saw Duffman himself, a.k.a. Barry Huffman, as recruiting Homer for the position. Knowing the long-time Duff beer drink aficionado would have a hard time saying no to the former mascot. So I guess this is probably a picture from that. But yeah, that's what it was saying, talking about how Hank Azarian wanted to quit doing the whole thing. So that's kind of cool. I mean, think of how much money he's made with that, being that character for 30 years. So, all right, next. The death of PA retail. There's a massive store closure in 2026. You want to guess which store?
Wait a minute. GameStop.
That's one, but that's not the one I'm talking about yet. I was going to talk about that next. It's one that has been around forever. I mean, longer than GameStop. And it's one I thought was already closed. So that shows how much I know.
No, I don't know.
How about Macy's?
Macy's?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They are closing. Do you remember the Macy's parade and stuff was all funded by Macy's? Yep. It says we're closed, but still awesome. I guess not as awesome as used to be.
Brick and mortar just isn't making it.
No, and that's, it's funny because I remember when Amazon first took over, Amazon was shutting down all these stores, because all the retail places, because they could get it cheaper than buying it from Amazon. So, cheaper than buying it from, like, for instance, all the electronics stores were closing left and right, and we were selling to the Amazon, so we were being held responsible for them closing. And it wasn't anything we had anything to do with, but it just was a sign of the times, No one wants to see the stores close, but that's something that we have no control over. But that was something that, how do I do this? This is not allowing me to do anything. Close. Okay. Yeah, Pennsylvania, from malls to corner pharmacies, national wave of store closures will reshape shopping habits across Pennsylvania. Here's what you need to know. Decline of the PA anchor. Do you realize that, the Harrisburg East Mall is gone, right?
Yes, it was torn down.
It was just crazy to think that that was like the big mall around here. And
that was the place to go.
And yet Harrisburg East, the Colonial Park Plaza is still there. I would have thought that was going to close first. It's not as big, and that was crazy because you think they had a huge. What closed that mall was really pandemic. Everybody stopped paying their rent, and when they all came, I know that the movie theater there owed over $2 million in back rent because of the pandemic, and they just closed their doors. They said, "Nope, we're not going to pay it." So. It says here, it isn't just department stores feeling the pinch. The closure wave is hitting convenience spots as well, like Wendy's, Walgreens, and all that. Wendy's isn't closing, but it's certainly feeling it. The fast food giant announced they're going to close up to 300 older, underperforming locations of Wendy's. 300 stores. Walgreens has been closing stores, and it says it's expected to close more locations in 2026. They're just, it's crazy, but retail is getting to be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
But people would, when Amazon first started taking over, people would go to like the electronic stores, and they'd look to see what it is, how it looked, and all that stuff. And then they wouldn't buy it, and then they'd buy it from Amazon because it's cheaper on Amazon because they didn't have any overhead. So,
well, even if it's not cheaper, you get it delivered to your door.
Exactly.
And you can get it delivered to your door next morning.
Right. Yeah. So that's Amazon or Macy's is one, and then of course you said the other one that was pretty big that I did have something on those too, I think, because that was the other one that was kind of surprising yet not surprising because I always thought GameStop was overpriced stuff, but the other one, Heavy Metal Icon 74, he celebrates 40 years of sobriety. It wasn't easy. Guess who that is?
Halford.
Rob Halford, yes. Judas Priest. I found that interesting.
It's hard to believe that a rock icon is sober.
Yeah, for 40 years yet.
Which means he played with people who were getting stoned.
Yep.
And he didn't get stoned because one of the things in recovery is people, places, and things. You've got to replace your friends, the places you hang out, and the things that you do.
Yeah.
You can't do, like I can't watch Cheech and Chong because I want to get high.
Really? Okay. Even after all this time?
Yeah. Well, 3 years ago, Mike, I was in treatment for marijuana addiction.
Yeah.
So I can't watch Cheech and Chong. But so he did it surrounded by drugs, which is a testament to him.
Unless his band was straight too at that point. I don't know.
Baby Judas Priest was straight at that point.
I don't know though. I would have a hard time thinking of them as straight though, but especially since Rob is gay. But no, that Rob Halford. I really loved his voice. I still do. The guy can do some amazing things. But I think we talked about this when we covered the band. But he was an opera singer.
Yes.
That to me is just amazing. That anybody could be as good as him. In fact, I love doing his songs. A lot of we do Judas Priest songs, and I love doing those songs because I found my voice, and I can sing a lot of the songs that I couldn't sing when I was younger. Just kind of cool. Also, I have, what else we got here? We got, Oh, here we go. Avatar 3 continues its winning streak. Says Fire and Ash is still doing a winning streak. It's now at 20. It did 20 in its fourth week. It's done 21.3 million from 3,700 theaters. Avatar 3 currently stands at $342 million domestically, while not performing as well in the first two Avatar films. Fire and Ash has cleared the global billion-dollar mark after 3 weekends at the cinemas. And after this weekend, the global total is set to land at $1.23 billion. That's just obscene. That's a lot of money. We were worried about theaters being done with, but I'll tell you, if they have a couple movies like that, that'll do it. Says, for its part, Primate is vying for the number 2 spot at 2,964 venues. Now, this is almost funny to its value. It did 11.3 million in ticket sales in its opening weekend. So that's number 2. So number 1 did 23 million, and number 2 did 11 million. That's sad. So it said the Housemaid did 11.2 with an estimated weekend ticket sales, and the Paul Feig directed thriller, which already has a planned sequel, has 93 million total in North America, and 150 million worldwide. And in fourth place was the juggernaut Zootopia, which earned 10.1 million the 7th week and is at $1.65 billion. That's just that's a lot of money. I mean, I remember when films were lucky to do $1 million. So, well, not $1 million, but 10 million. All right. Game of Thrones has hinted at more sequels in the works ahead of its prequel, A Night of Seven Kingdoms, bowing on HBO January 18th. There are more stories about Dunk and Egg in their education and what's going to befall them in the future years. Martin told the A Night of Seven Kingdoms companion video podcast that launched Monday with a pre-premiere episode. The new podcast series from HBO Max is hosted by Jason Conception and Greta Johnson and features interviews with the series creatives and cast and crew with Martin. So there you go. If you were a Game of Thrones guy, you can get more Game of Thrones stuff. This is something I didn't know. There's a production on Netflix called Tires. Now, I knew there was a production called Tires, but the interesting thing about Tires is that it's made in PA, and they're actually casting stuff for that now. I've seen it on my acting forums, and I didn't realize that's made like in Lancaster. So that's not too far from it. Girl with a Dragon Tattoo series coming from Sky. The Girl with Dragon Tattoo was like three different movies, I think, and I saw at least 2 of them. And it says here, heading to the small screen, Comcast-owned Sky confirmed on Tuesday that the 8-part series adaptation of the Girl with... Oh, okay, this is a different thing. This is an 8-part series adaptation of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is on its way from the Left Bank Pictures, a team behind The Crown and Department Q, based on Stieg Larsson's best-selling Millennium novels that have sold more than 100 million copies worldwide. The Dragon Tattoo was famously adapted for film in 2011 by a screenwriter, Steven Zalian, and filmmaker David Fincher. The The neo-noir mystery thriller follows a disgraced journalist and troubled computer hacker who team up to solve a 40-year-old cold case. The first two were pretty good, so I would like to see it if they do end up putting it out. There is a world's first beer vaccine. How would you like that? I mean, you probably don't drink beer anymore, but made a beer that's also a vaccine. Now controversy is brewing it. Apparently, Chris Buck stands barefoot in his kitchen holding a glass bottle of unfiltered Lithuanian farmhouse ale. He swirls the bottle gently to stir up the finger breath blanket of yeast and pours a turbulent beer into a glass mug. Buck raises the mug and sips cloudy beer, delightful. He just consumed what may be the first vaccine delivered in a beer. It could be the first sip towards making vaccines more palatable and accessible to people around the world, or it could fuel concerns about safety and effectiveness of vaccines. The idea may go nowhere, no matter what the outcome. The story of Buck's unconventional approach illustrated the legal, ethical, moral, scientific, and social challenges involved in developing potentially life-saving vaccines. Now, I don't know what the vaccine's for, but it says here, Buck isn't just a home brewer dabbling in drug dealing. He's a viralist at the National Cancer Institute of Bethesda Mission, where he studies why did they have to have such long, weird words? Polyomaviruses, and have been linked to various cancers and serious health problems for people with weakened immune systems. He discovered 4 of the 13 polyomaviruses known to infect humans. The vaccine experiment grew out of research Buck and colleagues have been doing to develop a traditional vaccine against polyomavirus, but Buck's experimental sips of vaccine beer are unsanctioned by his employer. A research ethics committee at the National Institute of Health told Buck he couldn't experiment on himself by drinking the beer. I don't know why. Just because you would be a little drunk. Just because you're drunk doesn't mean you can't do it. But, Buck says the committee has a right to determine what he can and can't do at work, but can't govern what he does in his private life. So today he is Chef Gusteau, the founder and sole employee of Gusteau Research Corporation, a nonprofit that Buck established so he could make and drink his vaccine beer as a private citizen. His company's name is inspired by the chef in the real film Ratatouille, whose motto is "Anyone can cook." So, anyway, it's just kind of interesting to have a beer vaccine. So, next, the Denmark Postal Service is going to end its service after 400 years. So they won't have a postal service. I kind of wonder if we even have one anymore. I see things coming in the mail occasionally, but it's, I don't get that much in the mail anymore.
Well, it's heavily subsidized by our tax money.
Yeah, and by Amazon now.
If it wasn't subsidized, it would be FedEx or UPS delivering whatever.
Yeah, but Amazon pays them a lot of money too to deliver their Amazon packages cheap. It's still the cheapest way to ship stuff. It's just not as reliable. But I got to tell you, they've gotten a lot better over the years. Anyway, I just found that interesting. After 400 years, they're going to shut down that. Thousands gather to see the winter solstice at Stonehenge. I don't know. I can't imagine that being any different than going the page isn't there anymore. It's no longer there. Well, that's strange because that's a newer article. All right. Roundup of good stories from 2025. See what they are. Unless that's going to do the same thing. Come on, you can do it. Maybe you can. All right. All right, I'll move on. Everything you need. Oh, wait, there it is. What went right in 2025? Our good news from this year. Talks about panda ambassadors made their public debut at the National Zoo. Let's see. Heart attack deaths dropped by nearly 90% since 1970. That tells you something. A new professional women's softball league launched. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either. It shows they're not doing good marketing. When it comes to championing women's sports, the Athletics Unlimited Softball League stepped up to the plate this year, financially backed by the MLB. The new professional women's softball league launched June 7th, hoping to advance the sport to a stable summer staple. Stable summer staple. Okay. Former MLB executive King, I don't know how you pronounce NG, but was named commissioner, becoming the first woman to hold a position. And so I guess that's going on. The FDA took a significant step out of phasing out animal testing. That's good.
That is good.
Let's see, what else happened? U.S. crime dropped across...
Will get humans who mistreat their dogs
yes.
to be the subjects of medical testing.
I agree. That just makes me angry. U.S. crime dropped across multiple categories in 2024 and 2025. That's a good thing. The fight against colon cancer made progress.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing, yes. A groundbreaking therapy slowed Huntington's disease for the first time. I don't even know what Huntington's disease is.
It's a debilitating disease. You die slowly.
Okay. Green sea turtles were removed from endangered species lists.
Good.
So we should see more of those. California passed historic school meal legislation. As of October, California became the first state in the nation to pass a law that phases out and eventually bans ultra-processed food from public school meals. That's a good thing.
Right. And everything that kids like is gone.
Yes. And I believe it should be that way. Kids should not be able to have fun in school.
That's right.
And that's the stories that they had as the top stories of 2025.
Yes. And also Pink Floyd wrote about school, so...
Yes. Hey, teacher. Leave them kids alone. Okay, let's see if the Stonehenge one came in yet. Oh, go. Stonehenge did not show up. That's a bummer. Okay, everything you need to know about... What is white elephant?
I don't know.
Going to a white elephant party, rules on how to play the holiday game. I didn't even know what it was. White elephant, Yankee swap, dirty Santa. The name differs from party to party, but the object of the game is the same. Give, swap, and try to end up with the... Oh, that's one of those things where you give everybody a...
My family plays that at Christmas.
I've never heard of it.
Yes.
I've seen it.
You get stupid stuff and you try to get rid of it.
Okay. I think I saw a skit.
You swap, every time it comes to your turn, you swap to get rid of what you got.
Okay.
To something better.
I think I saw that on Saturday Night Live where they were making fun of it. I didn't know that was what it was called. Yeah, bring a gift, determine the order and set the ground rules, and then it says about swapping them. I think this must have been an earlier one. Oh no, that must have been a... No, that seems to be the same. Okay. How about, this is cool. There's a new postage stamp coming out, speaking of the post office. Guess who's on it?
Trump.
No, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, good.
Gets his own postage stamp. That's cool.
Good.
There he is.
Yes, good.
There's
good,
a man
good.
that was, talk about a man that gave back. I mean, he gave back. And he gave his basic life to the sport. You know, gave his life.
He gave his brain
and
to the sport because of what happened to him later in life.
Right, and he was one of the guys that stood up for what he believed in, and he didn't want to go to war, and he
went to jail for it.
Yeah, he was, and gave up his title.
Gave up his title for it.
Yeah. How about?
Yeah, he was a hero.
Yeah, you can't ever think that he didn't do the right thing. I mean, he believed in something. He would stand up for what he believed in, and that's a lot of things that a lot of people don't do. You know, they say, "Well, I believe in this," but they won't stand up for what they believe in.
Now I got to make an admission here.
Okay.
I didn't go to Vietnam. I missed the draft, but I didn't go to Vietnam because I was scared.
Me too. It
wasn't a political thing.
I was scared of that stuff too. I mean, I didn't have to go to Vietnam because it wasn't Vietnam-ish. But they did it. They reinstalled the draft for my generation, and I didn't sign up for it because I was scared. I didn't want to go. You know, I don't want to kill somebody.
And I decided later in life at 29 that I was going to make up for being a coward, so I enlisted.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
In the U.S. Army. Well, I was a coward, Michael, and I couldn't stand the fact that I was a coward.
I don't think that makes you a coward.
It wasn't anti-military, it was a coward.
I still think that doesn't make you a coward. I think that...
well, that's how I view myself.
Let me ask you something. Let's take it back a step. Would you kill someone?
I could kill someone, yes.
Really?
Somebody was shooting at me, or somebody was trying to kill my wife.
Okay, that's different.
Kids,
that's different.
or even my dog.
Okay, but let's talk about killing someone for someone else, not someone you don't know. So let's talk about it from a different perspective. If you had to go, if they forced you to sign...
Kill for your country?
Yeah.
Kill for your country?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could.
Could you?
In a just war. I couldn't do it in an unjust war, but I could do it in a just war.
See, I couldn't. The only way I could kill someone is if they came after me or someone that I loved and I could stop it. That's the only...
Well, that's fine, Mike. I have no problem with your position.
Yeah.
I have a different take.
If it's self-defense, I could kill them. If someone's really coming after me, I could kill them. It wouldn't be easy, but if it's me or you, if you're coming after me to kill me, it's you. You're gone. I promise. That happened to me well, I didn't kill the guy, but the only time I ever got into a real fight, was when somebody came after me. And usually it was my brother, but there were a couple times when it wasn't. And he confessed that he paid them to come after me, which really irritated me, because I don't know if that was true or not, because he was dying of cancer and not totally in his mind at that point. But if there's anything, if someone comes after me and I think it's me or you, be prepared to die, because I'm not going to go that easily. I'm going to live as long as I can live, and if someone's coming after me, they better be prepared for a fight. All right. How about? Okay. How much do you think Jimmy Carter's love letter went for at auction? I don't even know. I think it's to his wife. I would think it was to his wife. Yep, there it is. Now, I mean, this is a guy that you gotta, whether you liked him as president or not, you gotta love the guy. The guy gave a lot to people. He gave back a lot. Let's see. Wonder how I can... Oh, wow, he gave up... This is a painting, too. it says Christie's will be selling off a trove of paintings, mementos, and political artifacts from President Carter, who died, and his wife, who died also. And part of the collection is called the American Collector, which Christie's is holding. Oh, okay, it didn't happen yet. Is holding from the 13th of January to the 27th. Proceeds will go to the proceeds will go to the nonprofit Carter Family Foundation. So there's a letter that he wrote to Rosalind. It's nice to be growing old together with you. He wrote it in 78. So that's one thing that's for sale. I don't know. I don't know what would people pay for something like that.
Well, I voted for Jimmy Carter.
Did you? Okay.
Yes, I did. Because it was after Richard Nixon.
Yes.
And I thought Richard Nixon was not a good president. I've since changed my mind a little bit about it. But, I would be interested in Jimmy Carter. I turned against Jimmy Carter in the Iran hostage situation.
Right.
But I actually did door-to-door canvassing for Jimmy Carter.
Wow.
It was my first political activity. So I have fond memories of Jimmy Carter. If I had money and I was into being a collector, I would pay some money for his stuff.
Interesting. I don't know what I would. I mean, I think it'd be cool to have, but like I got a letter from, what's his name? Republican vice president. What was
Ford?
Oh, not Ford. It was a little later than him. I'm trying to think who the president was, so I could remember who.
Bush?
No, it was before that. It might have been the one before that, right before that. No, it had to be older than that. Anyway, Pam had gotten a letter from the vice president one year when she went and sang opera, and it had to be old. It had to be really old then, because it would have. Who was Ford's vice president?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
It might have been him. I for some reason think it just might have been him. Yeah, she got that and she was excited about that, and it was kind of cool to have. I still have it. I mean, I got that.
I thought it was Spiro Agnew.
It wasn't him though. I'm gonna have to look for it. I'll see if I can have it for next week, because I'd like to. I can't remember who it was, but I do remember that I ran across
Nelson Rockefeller?
No. Oh, who was it? I don't remember. I got to do my due diligence and figure out who it was, because it was really cool. It came in a presidential sealed envelope, and it was just kind of cool. She showed it to me. She was all proud of it and stuff. She did it when she was singing opera. Well, that would have been in the 80s. Maybe
Richard
70s?
Cheney? Richard Cheney?
No. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, it might have been the 90s. It might have been 90s, because I met her in 95. So it could have been when she was in college. So it might have been it could be as late as 94. I have to look around. I got to see. Now I'm trying to figure it out, because I can't remember who it was.
Herbert Humphrey?
No, it was a normal name. I don't remember who it was though.
Walter Mondale?
No.
Dan Quayle?
Yes, that's who it was. It was Quayle. Who was the president with?
President was George Bush.
That's who it was. It was Quayle.
Okay.
So it was kind of cool. It was just it was kind of a neat thing. So yeah, okay. Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier. We were talking about the bingo card. Okay. That's that. Okay, is there anything else I have? We got 8 minutes. I got other things in other places. They're calling me from the school. Why would they call me at the school? They know I'm on the air. Unless he's listening and he's going to tell me who it was. Because they're behind us, so that would make sense. Yeah, that was. I will try to find that letter. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see. The tallest, fastest, longest roller coaster in the world is at Six Flags in Saudi Arabia. How fast do you think that is?
I don't have any idea.
It's 150 miles per hour. How long do you think it is?
2 miles.
It's 2.6 miles. How high do you think it is?
250 feet.
640 feet. That's crazy. We were watching stuff last night on amusement park things that exploded and did different weird things, and I'm never going to go to an amusement park again after last night.
Where was it again?
This is in Saudi Arabia. It's the world's fastest, tallest, longest roller coaster ride. I just don't even... It's a Six Flags, by the way, but it's in Saudi Arabia. That's insane. What do you need? I'm sorry, but like the things we were watching that were exploding and breaking and all that stuff were not really odd things. Like the one was like a Ferris wheel that was on an arm that went up and spun around and it would go in these different directions and it was up and it broke in half and came crashing down. But when it was spinning in the air, things were flying off of it. Parts were coming off of it. I mean, that's I don't really trust people to take care of things like that. And then the other day there was one that had a drop. It was one of those that went to the top and just dropped. And this one person apparently didn't have their seatbelt fastened correctly, and they flew out of the thing, and when they came down and crashed, they died. Saw a guy hanging on the ski. Do you ever see the ski, whatever they call it, the ski
lift?
Yeah. One person, I don't know how he got there. I don't know what happened that he did it, but he was hanging off of it from the seat, and he ended up falling down and dying. That was just insane. But every time I've been on, like especially when I was bigger, I couldn't ride certain rides because I was too big. There was one ride I took that I stuffed. The girl that I think Pam was probably with me, or somebody I was with. I kind of put it under my arm so that I could ride it with the person I was with. I don't remember who it was, but in retrospect, I will never do that again because I got scared out of my wits. One time the bar didn't go all the way down, and I held it down. It looked like it did. I will never do that again. I will never go on. I won't. After seeing that thing, I'm never going on any more rides like that.
I ride some of the more tame roller coasters, but my wife will ride any roller coaster.
I won't do it anymore. Nope, not anymore. After I saw the one that I finally got Pam to stop riding them. She got on that one on Hershey Park. It was the fastest thing, and she talked me into going on it. I would never go on it again, but I also found an article that says that that's bad for your brain because you're being shoved back and forth with all that G-force.
G-force, yeah.
And I was trying to take care of her.
Can you imagine the G-force at 150 mile an hour?
Oh, no. That's insane. I will never, ever do that again. Now I can use the excuse, well, I'm too old to go doing that. And not sound like I'm an old guy, or not sound like I'm a wimp, but actually I'm a wimp. But some of those things, I mean, they were just regular rides that were breaking down and people were flying off of them and stuff. And what was the one? The one was another one of those drop things. And, oh, no, that same one, that drop thing, the woman was not fastened in right. So when it dropped, she flew out of it. When she came down, she splatted all over the place because it was just that much force. I couldn't do that. No way. I can't. I don't want to see someone hurt. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be dead. There were like, I don't know, 18 people that died off that one that flew around, or I don't remember how many people, but it was a lot. And I don't know. I don't need to have. I think I'll just drive my Tesla. That'll go fast enough for me. I don't need anything faster. That's
60 and what? It'll do 60 and what?
0 to 60. Well, mine isn't the fast one, but I'll tell you what, it's plenty fast. Because when we came home from New Jersey last time, I wanted to get the range down to like 5 miles an hour, or 5 miles, because I wanted to do an experiment on the battery, and I couldn't get it to go down. I was like, it just kept. The efficiency is so good with that car. Anyway, I went up mountains, and then when I came down the mountain, it gained it back because of the regeneration. And I was like getting really frustrated. Well, then I thought, oh, wait a minute. All I got to do is put it in insane mode. So I put it in insane mode. Christine was like, I don't like this, because I was flying up the mountain. We were in the middle of the night, so it didn't matter because there was nobody else on the mountain. But I was flying up the mountain, and I went to, I don't know, I think I hit 90 at some point going up a mountain. It was just crazy. It was just that has insane power. I don't need that kind of power. I'm more than happy just because it got the range. When I was younger,
when you run for the cops, you will need it.
Well, they're not going to catch me, that's for sure. I can tell you that when I hit it in that insane mode, it scared me how fast it was going. Because it just has all this torque and all this power. I'm happy on the chill level, the easy level. I rarely see it on anything other than that. Once I put it in insane mode, by the way, I saw the power go down really quick. I went from 15% to 5% really quick, just because it went in, and of course going up that hill really. Oh no, that's when I got on the. Well, when I got on the highway, I only had to go like 2 miles, and I burn up the energy I needed to. Whereas I was going up and down the mountain, and it kept reclaiming all the power I was wasting on the way down. It was too efficient. But I'll tell you what, that car is very efficient, very, very efficient. And, I love the fact that I have free energy coming too. And it works really, I love that car. It's really a nice car. It does everything that it's supposed to do, and it actually gives me range like it should. So with that being said, I'm more than happy with the power and the efficiency. So I'm glad I made that decision to take that car. Oh, by the way, I watched this. It's a really good. There's a group in YouTube called Out of Spec, and they test EVs. So what they did was they took 7 EVs from Maine to Key West. Okay, and they all left at the same time. They all left with a full charge, and they had the main rule is you can't do more than 10 miles over the speed limit. So that's the only rule that they made. So they had 2 Gravities. They had 1 Tesla Model X, like mine. It was a 2026, like mine. They had the VW Bug ID. It's called an ID Bug, or not Bug ID. They're all SUVs. It's basically the bus in an EV mode. They had a Hyundai. They had 7 cars. But anyway, I learned a lot from that. It was a really, it takes some time. I usually am working on something to watch something like that because it was about 8 hours of stuff. And I watched the whole thing. And I wrote the show, and I was working on other stuff, and it was just stuff on the background. But it was really interesting to see which, it had an there's the EV version of the Escalade, and that had the biggest battery and the most range of any of them. So when it's all said and done, it basically had every EV I looked at buying, and then a bunch more. So you want to guess which one came in first?
I'm going to guess it's the X.
The first place was a Gravity. The second place was a Gravity. The third place was the Model X. Now, if you work on that, with that, just that information, you would think, well, I should have bought the Gravity. Well, the reason...
There's other things to consider.
Yeah, well, the other things were, I did the right thing. So the Gravities both had a lot of errors and problems on the way down. The X didn't have any problems. It was just, it wasn't enough of a time difference to make it to sway me.
Make a difference.
Because what it came down to was they had so many issues with the software and so many issues with when they were trying to charge, they couldn't charge. It wouldn't charge. So they had to take it out and plug it back in. They had to take it out, plug it back in. Then it would charge maybe. Or they would have something, it would overheat in the charge port or something. They had all these issues. I am so glad I chose the X because the X had no problems. It worked all the way from the beginning to the end. And it came in third, and it was only a difference of maybe half an hour. So it wasn't a big difference between that, considering they went, 1,200 miles, 1,400 miles?
Which one, do both of them, the Gravity and the X, do they both have external AIs? I mean, the system is internal to the car, or is it external?
Let me tell you about that. So the answer is they don't have a good AI in the Gravity. Oh, by the way, the two Gravities they had, the one Gravity you could plug in anywhere, and the other Gravity was stuck to the supercharger network. So the big difference was that the one you could plug anywhere, the other one you couldn't. And the one that you could plug in anywhere came in first, but it only came in first by 15 minutes. So, I mean, like I said, the difference in 1, 2, and 3 was very minimal as far as time. And the big difference between 1 and 3 was the battery was bigger in 1 and 2. They both were bigger. They had a little bit bigger battery. But everything else made them pretty competitive, they have the charging. The feature in the Gravity is it can charge faster. It's on an 800-volt architecture, and mine is on a 400-volt architecture, which means if the charging station is capable of doing it, it could theoretically charge that car faster. They didn't have any time where it went and used the 800-volt architecture. Some of the other cars had a 600-volt architecture. I think my car can only do 400-volt architecture, and nobody beat my car except the Gravity. So that architecture is going to be cool for the future, but currently it made no difference as to them beating the car. So the car came in third, but if you add in the issues they had, it would have driven me crazy, because when I get in those kind of issues, if I get enough of that, I would give up on the car and walk away from it. I don't want to see issues. I want to plug, I want to charge, I want to drive. That's it. I don't want to worry about is this going to overheat? Is this going to have all these issues? Is the displays not going to work? What's the issue? I don't want to deal with that. I just want it to do what it's supposed to do. So that car cost less than those Gravities and was very efficient in what it did, and I was really happy to see that. So I felt I was starting to think maybe I made the wrong decision, but after watching that video, nope, I made the right decision. Because
what was the name of this show?
Out of Spec is the name of the channel. It's called it's like Road Test from Maine to Florida or something like that. But if you go to Out of Spec's page on YouTube, you'll see some large volume videos, because I mean there's like they only had 3 videos, but 2 of them were like 4 hours, and those were the 2 that really mattered. The first one was about 4 hours of them talking about getting ready for the show, getting ready for the drive. Or I guess the first one was like a 2-hour getting ready for the drive. Then the first one was, and the second one was from Maine to about New York. And the last one was from New York to the end. And I really found that interesting. And that kind of thing fascinates me, because it was edited the way they edited it. You got to see all the issues they had with all the cars, or any issues that they had with all the cars. And I just found it very interesting because of the way they did it. And it did really show that the gravity has a lot of upside, but the downside is enough to make me not want to do it until they get the bugs worked out. Which, you know, Tesla's been around for a long time. They've got a lot of time. They worked their bugs out over the years. Lucid's a new company. This is the first year for the Lucid Gravity, so they got to work out all the bugs that they run into now. And some of the cars still have bugs that I would not want to deal with. So I just found it very educational from a point of view of seeing what they had to do and seeing how everything performed. And I would love the ID Buzz. I think that's a cool looking bus, microbus, and all electric, but it didn't have enough range. If it had more range, it would have been really good. I would have loved that, because that certainly would have been good for the band. It would have been big enough to put stuff in, but because it didn't have the range, it was only good for 250 at the most, and everybody else has got like 300, 400 miles to go. I think they were the least of all the cars in there, and they were the last one to make it. They made it, the bus made it there like a whole day late because they didn't have the range. But it was cool. It was really cool. All right. Well, I guess we're done, huh?
We're done.
That was a fun show. And I'm sorry I took so long looking for that video. That would have been good to have, but that'll give us content for next week. So not that we need to look for content, because we seem to have a good grasp on it. We didn't get to do I do have one I have a couple questions on the Chosen. So I had one of them answered today. I didn't know the answer to it. John the Baptist, how did he die? I didn't like the answer. Christine told me how he died, and I thought, well, that's really cruel. And I mean, if you're going to kill me, let's just kill me, and let's not parade around and showing off my death. But that was one question. And what was the other question I had? I don't need you to answer it, because I now know how he died. What was the other question? No, there was the interesting thing about it was Matthew. I didn't realize that his father was not. He didn't get along with his father. His father didn't get along with him. So that was interesting.
Now, we don't have proof of that.
Okay.
However, it makes sense that his father would reject him because he was a traitor.
Yeah. But the end of that episode, his father accepted him. I found that very interesting. The other thing there's another question. It was...
Hey, just for your people to know, if they're watching, John the Baptist died having his head cut off.
Yeah, that's a really...
If anybody was interested.
That was really cruel, though. I mean, I would think that if you're going to kill someone... I realize it's a different time, but boy, that's... How much of a bitch can you be if you want him... I mean, I guess the queen, or whatever, is the one that wanted him
the
that
queen,
way?
Yes.
Yeah, that, I mean, how barbaric was... I mean, I wouldn't want to live in that time.
Families would pay the executioner to sharpen the blade and to make it quick and painless.
I can't wrap my head around
Because if he misses or he doesn't have a sharp blade, it can be quite painful.
Well, I would think that she wouldn't care about that. She would just want it.
No, she wouldn't, but I'm just saying families would.
But I mean, the whole idea that for your belief, to be killed for your belief, I mean, I realize that happens even today. But to be killed that way, I don't know. That's disturbing to me. But anyway, we'll talk about that next week when we talk about The Chosen. I really found that episode a little disturbing for that. The other thing was, so where did Jesus go? He left his people. Where did he go?
He goes off to pray up in the mountains.
For how long?
Sometimes days at a time.
I mean, he should have a better relationship with God, that he shouldn't have to do that. I mean, that really was kind of weird to me, because he just had that big party and stuff, all those people there that he preached to, and then I thought, well, that's kind of odd that you're just leaving your people. Then
see, the example is we should not do anything without consulting God first.
But
we don't do that. We go off on our own and make all kinds of decisions, do all kinds of stuff, and then we expect God to bail us out when we screw up.
But he's not just anyone.
But he was human, so he still had to be in contact with his Father.
I guess.
And that is unexplainable.
Yeah. I guess that was the one thing that I was disturbed by, besides the beheading. That's the one thing that I think bothered me the most, was that he kept he did this how many times now, and I keep thinking, well, why aren't you with your people? Why aren't you leading them? I mean, if you're Jesus,
it shows us that we're supposed to be in prayer a whole lot more than we are.
I understand.
John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist Church, used to pray 4 hours a morning before he'd get out of bed.
Wow. Okay. Well, I really found that...
If I pray 4 minutes before I get out of bed, I'm lucky.
That was a little disturbing, a little bit. But I mean, the episode was interesting. It was a little different than the other episodes, I think. Who was the girl that took... not Matthew. And we met Judas. We met Judas.
Yes, we met Judas.
And I know what's coming now. I wondered when we were going to get introduced to him. So that'll be something we can talk about next week. But
okay.
I did actually watch it. So that's why he had a relationship with God. Because
we got to remember to do Tom Petty at some point.
Yes, we can. We might have to go to 5 hours. A two-part. We could do two days instead of one. So anyway, I found it very interesting.
We have enough material.
Yeah, we do. It's funny. I make these shows and I think, are we going to have enough to talk about? And we always do. And I still have another page of things that could be considered backup articles that I wanted to talk about. But I'm going to have to go through that whole thing of backup articles, because we never used any of them, and some of them are 6 months old, so I can get rid of them. So
I have a whole line of tabs that I didn't get to either.
Yeah. Oh, well, why did you quit?
Well, because I took a lot of time on the first stuff. So.
Well, that was my fault.
We'll get to them.
Yeah.
We'll get to them.
Okay. Well,
yours on dogs, so I know you'd be interested.
Okay. Well, I really had a educational time here, so. And I thought it was a good show, and overall, and I'm very happy with the end game of it. So.
Okay.
All right.
Good show, Mike.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on again, as usual, and I look forward to next week's show, and we'll have more stuff for then. And I'll figure out, hopefully, what happened that I lost Twitch now, and I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's just one time that it didn't work, but I can't get the new computer to accept Facebook, and I can't get the old computer to do Twitch, or even the new computer can't do Twitch either. I don't know what happened there. So I don't know what happened, why they aren't letting me do Twitch.
It's those tech gremlins, Michael.
Well, we got to go through all of the ones that are already templated and figure out some other places to go. We may need to open some new social media accounts so I can stream to them so that we can get more places. Because I think we're ready to expand. We just need to figure out where to.
When I tell people about the radio show, I tell them YouTube and Facebook.
Well, I think
those two I know work.
I do want to get into. I think maybe do LinkedIn. LinkedIn would be one that I think we could do that will give us some visibility, and it maybe even visibility into other radio stations. So I kind of want to go there because I think we could pick up some people. It may make it makes some parties interested in this show. You know.
Yeah, that would be great.
So we'll see what happens. All right.
I think we've solved our technical problems, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, I'm happy now that we can hear each other and see each other, and you know we didn't have any issue. I don't think you stopped. You didn't have to reboot today.
Once.
Did you? Oh, I missed it. Okay.
I had to reboot once.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
You were fishing for that video.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? That's when it happened? Oh, I didn't even know.
You were and then it happened twice, and then it happened a little bit right before we did the chase.
Okay. Well, I found one possibility that may be the issue, and I think I'm going to try to fix that because I do have. Living in the middle of nowhere, I do occasionally have issues with the signal, and I'm thinking if I put my UPS died on me a couple weeks ago, I need to get another UPS. If I put another UPS on, it should keep us up regardless of what the power is. So that could help the show if I find the right UPS. So
okay,
I'll be shopping for one over the next couple weeks, I think. Anyway, all right. Well, now I've gone over by 20 minutes by accident. So we started on time, I think.
We started early.
Which is not usual for us. So
not unusual for us. No.
I'm happy with everything, though. All right. All right, we will talk next week, and I will see what we have to do. And people, please, if you want to contribute to Natasha, go to it won't let me do it. There we are. Go to Castaway Critters if you're on Facebook, and you can actually help that poor dog. It'd be nice if you see that dog in a happier place. So, and I hope her bills stop because her $10,000 is a lot of money. All right. Thank you for listening in. I hope you had a good time. I know I did, and we will see you next week if my show comes up, my ending show. Here we go. Hopefully it comes up. It's supposed to be coming up. It should have been up by now. Days later, while we're waiting here for the ending, looks like I'm going to have to find it elsewhere. Guess I'm going to just jump to the YouTube version so I can stop trying to mumble. And YouTube always works. That's why I like YouTube. It always works, except now that I want you to work. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. That's not it. It's this one. Come on. Nope, that's not either. Darn it. Come on. You can do it. Oh, there it was. Oh, there it was. There it was. There it is. Okay, now we got it. Now I just got to turn this on. All right, here we go. Thank you, and see you next week.